Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Check. Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you on a Sunday night, man, from Los Angeles, California, man. I got a guest tonight. Let me go on. I messed around. I meant to have my camera on. Give me 1 second. Here. I got my brother Chris in the building tonight, man, and y'all gonna get there we go. Shout out to y'all, man. We got a little pub popping off tonight, man. So shout out to y'all for pulling up, man, tonight. Appreciate you, brother Chris, man. Shout out to everyone tuning in, man, in the night with the Los Angeles Lakers handle business in a 150. Sounds crazy, Chris. 150 to 145 win over the Indianapolis Pacers tonight. Appreciate y'all, man. This is an impromptu live. This was not scheduled, man. That playback with what happened? Impromptu live tonight. Didn't plan to go on playback. Didn't plan to go on YouTube tonight. Had a little fun today. You know what I mean? So we're going to have some fun tonight. So I appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, listen. Anytime it's if you see the word Chris, Court King's Chris on here, it's gonna be crazy. I'll just be doing crazy. I don't give up.
Shout out for sure, man. And I'm gonna give you a little warning in advance, man. This ain't gonna be a typical Empire Jeff TV, man. I'm gonna do my best to keep it as professional as possible, but it's probably gonna be a little less than that. So I appreciate y'all, man. But great win tonight, Chris. You was there with me on playback. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to everyone who tuned in on playback. It's a fire hat, Chris. Where's my hat? I had a hat here. So I had a Court Kings hat. I can't find it right now. But shout out to y'all, man, for tuning in. Great win, must win. Every win I feel from here on out is a must win, Chris. We need this, man. We need every win we can get. We need every loss we can get from the others, man. Golden State lost tonight. The Kings, as great as that game was and their matchups with Orlando was last night, they again beat the Orlando Magic. Couldn't game nothing on them. Pelicans won again, but while we're rooting for other teams to lose, all we can do is control our own destiny and continue to play and continue to try to get wins against us right now. So shout out to my graphic god brother, Court Kings brother. And when I tell y'all, there are people who were put on this earth. LeBron James was put on this earth to play basketball. Michael Jordan was put on this earth to play basketball. Kobe, Bean, Bryant, my GOAT, was put on this earth to play basketball. This man right here was put on this earth to create graphics, y'all. And that's what it is. And my dog Lucky here was put on this earth to just be adorable and cause havoc.
I love Lucky.
He will be here eventually. Right now, his mommy, my wife, is his favorite person in the world right now. So he's ignoring me. He will be here eventually. But shout out to y'all, man. We love our Los Angeles Lakers, and we love that we got this win tonight. We got that Kobe 81. Chris, show them those Sunday whites, man. Sunday whites here for the Lakers.
You know what I do? I get the whites, and then you get the whites.
You get the whites, and you get the dubs, right? You get those wins, man. Angie, I see you. Shout out to Empire Jeff TV's own Miss Angie B. I heard fake Laker fans only. I see you, brother, man. I appreciate y'all. Let me do some quick shout outs here. Phoenix Layer 1, I appreciate you. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for pulling up, Angie. Like I said, hello.
Angie,
welcome back, Jeff. Great win. What a track meet, but I'll take the dub any day. Let's go. Yeah, man, that was a 150. Of course, they hit him with like a 1990 sandwich, right? $1.50, man. They hit him with 150 tonight, man. That was nuts. And they proved that they could still beat him whether it was an in-season tournament or not. So great win for the Lakers, man. 150 points. The Lakers offense has not really been a problem, but 145, their defense is a problema, right? So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players in double figures for the Indianapolis for the Indiana Pacers tonight. The Lakers had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in double figures. You got LeBron James with 26 points, man, a plus 12, man. He was 8 of 19, 2 of 4 from the field. He had 10 assists, man. Anthony Davis, Chris, 36 points, 16 rebounds. He shot 71% tonight, man. Austin Reeves with 25, man. B Rabbit out there with 25. Mom Spaghetti right there with 6 of 13, man. 2 of 5 from 3, plus 4. 8 assists right there. P Rabbit getting busy. We got Spencer
heavy.
Spencer Mom's Spaghetti. Throw up on his sweater already. 26 points for Spencer Dinwiddie. And I want to touch on this in a minute, man. 8 of
wait.
2 of 3 from 3, 5 assists, 26 points, and 14 points from Torian, Laker Nation hater Prince tonight. What you got, Chris? You have something to say, man. What you got?
Yeah, WSN in the house. Check it out.
Yeah, WSN? Where WSN in the house? He in here
Look
tonight?
at I see him. I see
Where
him.
WSN at? Where WSN at? Hold on. WSN, you here? Well, hold on. Talk to the WSN. You in here, man? I'm gonna send you a link. Pull up, bro. Pull up. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get WSN.
Jeff, we try and do it like that. Jeff,
let's go. Hold on. The WSN. I'm trusting Chris. I can't see nothing tonight, man. I'm Ray Charles tonight. But let me see if Chris said he saw WSN. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna shoot it. Hold on real quick. I got WSN in the building. Let's see. I'm trusting Chris, man. I'm telling you, man. I was pubbing it up today, man. WSN, I sent you the link, man. Pull up if you're in the building, brother. Pull up if you're in the building, man. That's our little brother out here in these YouTube streets, man. That's our guy. So I'm gonna need a little help on the panel tonight because I've been hydrating, man, and you know what I'm saying. Sometimes it be that way. So,
man, the stories you gave during the game have been top notch. I don't even want to say like top 10. It was the story. It was.
Yeah, I did that on purpose because it was some stuff that you couldn't.
That you can't Google. No.
It wasn't that. It wasn't that. It was something no one could play back. So I had to give some gems off that couldn't burn me. Right. I don't usually typically give away my sources. I don't usually typically my stories. I don't usually typically give away a bunch of different stuff. But tonight on playback, you know, your boy is a little wavy tonight, so I gave away some stuff. WSN, I sent you that link. If you available, pull up. If not, it's all good, man. I'm happy to have you in the building, man. Appreciate y'all. Craig, what's going on, my brother? Thank you, man. Patrick, what's going on, brother? Said, what's up? We got Dan Inspiration. It ain't a Laker game if we don't give heart attacks. That's facts. 150 points, bro. That's ridiculous, bro. That's ridiculous. 150 points, man. Like I said, diehard fans only. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
Angie's hit that like button on your way in. Welcome, everyone. Appreciate you, Miss Angie B. We got Bellinsy and Edwin, man. Angie, the Laker fan. Angie's the GOAT, man. Angie's incredible, man. Like, I hope one day to be as good at this as the salary cap as Angie is, man. I pride myself as being very good at it, but I ain't no Angie B in this piece, man. So shout out to Angie, man. Dante, what's going on, brother?
Does this count as me being the GOAT?
Yeah, you to go. You the graphic guy,
Angie.
What a graphic grab, man.
No, well, I was gonna say this is gonna be Angie B's like little.
Angie's great, bro. Angie is I think Angie is the most informed. I'm not saying this because she's a female, but I'm gonna say this because there's not many females doing this. So this isn't just about being a female, but Angie is by far the most informed woman on YouTube. I'm gonna say that again. The most informed human on YouTube, but then again, one of the most informed humans on YouTube. And I think Angie can be an example and an inspiration for other women to learn the angles that she's covering, because she is, I'm trying not to drop I'm trying not to curse. She is effing incredible, right?
Yeah.
And I learn from Angie all the time. I hope it's my goal that eventually one day Angie could learn from me. I'm trying to be as great at that. But Angie's fantastic. She's phenomenal. She has a beautiful basketball mind. And she's been one of my favorite people on YouTube since I joined. Before I had my own channel, watching her in chat rooms and doing everything that she does. So shout out to Angie B, man. She's incredible. And it's not even just on Empire Jeff TV. We have all seen her on other locations doing what she do, man. Shout out to the 55 people on YouTube. Shout out to the 50 people on Twitter right now. Let's get it. Lakers get this win. We got the graphic god in the building. We got the cap god Angie B in the building. And we got this other guy, Empire Jeff TV, on here tonight. So shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. We got said I'm watching from Houston, Texas. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for tuning in Sunday. What's going on, my brother, man? Appreciate you. Dante said Dante in the building, man. Dante is with us on playback. Shout out to you. Jeff is Jeff is a little I was at the pub tonight, man. Angie. Let me tell y'all real quick. When I tell you this, I'm not even close to kidding. I had tickets to the Dodgers and Lakers game both tonight. Didn't go to either. I gave both of them away. I ran into a friend tonight that I haven't seen in a long time. A friend that I went to Game 7 in Sacramento in 2002 with. Couldn't leave at that point. So I gave tickets away to someone who's never been to a Laker game in their life. I feel good about that. And you feel great. I got to watch the first half at the pub. I got to watch the whole Dodger Freeway Series game with the Angels, which they got the win in. Then I came home. I kicked it on playback, and now I'm here with y'all tonight, man. But
Jeff,
I gave away tickets tonight.
Jeff. So first of all, I just want to say, Jeff has been amazing for me, myself. And now that I hear this story, I'm like, Jeff, you have full control. You got full control. No, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes,
thank you. Well, you know what it is? Like, I'm telling you, I ran into someone, bro.
You got full control.
No, I went to Court King. Shout out to Court. I'm gonna drop some merch on the screen right now. I went to Game 7 in Sacramento with this man in 2002. Like, I saw the Lakers get one of their biggest wins in franchise histories with him, and he couldn't go to the game for a couple of reasons. so I was like, I can't not hang with my guy tonight. And it was funny because I ran into him. I was at the bar and heard Jeff. I was like, I was like, he looked a little different, right? Because I didn't recognize he moved out of the country. I ain't seen him for a minute. He got braids now. Couldn't recognize him, and I was like, oh, what's up? I can't leave now. And that's what we did, man. So I gave away some tickets tonight. Ain't the first time I did that. Won't be the last. But I got to come home and watch the game with Chris. I got to watch everyone on the second half on playback. So shout out to y'all, man. Incredible and fight. Fill it up. But yeah, so a little bit less professional Jeff tonight than usual. I am definitely a little bit more tipsy tonight. But I ain't gonna hide from it, and I'm gonna continue it. So appreciate y'all, man. He said, happy to hear the Angie, the one and only. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, Angie, incredible, y'all. Angie, incredible. I keep trying to get her on the show, man, but Angie's always working, man.
Hey, Angie, listen, when I open my channel up, it's gonna be open to anybody, to any of their abilities at the time. So let's go.
Let's go. Hey, people shouting you out, man. Phoenix said, what up, graphic god? Chris, that's exactly what he is, the graphic god, y'all. He is incredible, bro. I'm telling you, man, LeBron James was put on this world to play basketball. Kobe Bean Bryant was put on this world to play basketball. Michael Jeffrey Jordan was put on this world to play basketball. Chris, the graphic god, my brother, my Court King's brother, was put on this earth to create visual perfection. And when I tell y'all real quick, Chris does not give himself enough credit, so I feel like I have to right? Because Chris is the best. I've worked. No, Chris. No. Let me rock. Chris, I've worked with some of the. I worked with and someone who was on playback. People who were on playback tonight heard a little. I don't do this often, and I'm not going to do it right now. But those who are on playback heard a few things tonight, right? Heard a few things that add a little validation, and I've worked with some of the best in the industry, and Chris is the best I've ever seen. And Chris knows this because I'm not saying just publicly. Chris has heard me say this privately. Chris is the best I've ever seen at what he does when it comes to graphics. He's the best. He's the best. That's why I call him the graphic god. You don't give someone the name of a god just because it's fun to say. I say that shit because I mean that shit. Chris is the graphic god. So right now, Chris is pledging allegiance to himself with his right hand over his heart, ready to begin. But Chris is special, and it's important for us to continue to remember that. So those who shop on Court Kings, those who love all of our graphics, on myself, our brother Dan the Laker fan, all of our channels, those graphics that you have seen over time, the logos, this Empire Jeff TV logo with that NBA on NBC vintage vibe. Which, by the way, we created in 15 minutes. Chris can back that up. That story is ridiculous. How fast we came up with that logo.
Jeff, I really do think you might need to do a little mockumentary on that.
That whole logo, how that logo came together was so crazy.
So amazing. It was amazing. I love it.
It came from concept to completion, y'all, was 15 minutes. Was 15 minutes. And for those who ever done, and I'm not talking about getting.
If you got a graphic designer that could do something for you in 15 minutes, let me know, because
you can't.
It doesn't exist because I'm the only one.
Yeah, you can't. And it wasn't like a concept in 15 minutes. I'm talking about done and YouTube logo within 15 minutes. I had it live on YouTube within 15 minutes. And that's what Chris brought to the table. Incredibleness, man. Let's see. Phoenix Slayer says, what up, graphic god Chris? That's what's up. Man, I don't know what team is showing up. Yeah, no, I get you, Roy.
Yeah.
And shout out to Roy.
Shout out to Roy.
Real quick, I think this is important because Roy is someone who is a diehard Laker, diehard Dodger, and Roy. And I'm sorry if I missed the time up here. I'm a little under an influence of. But what I'm saying is, I think Roy has been a fan of the Dodgers for over 60 years. I think 60 years, right? And not only is he someone who watches it on TV, probably listens to the radio, probably all that, but he's also on here on YouTube, killing all the stereotypes of people who don't know how to use the internet at a certain age, right? Killing it. And Roy, you are just appreciated, like when it comes down to it, because you've been supporting the teams in Los Angeles for longer than a lot of us have been alive. And we are blessed to not only have you as a part of our fan base, but have you show up to our shows. I hope you know that. And I need to do a better job at shouting that out over time, right? Because you showing up, and I see you on other channels that I pop off on showing support. I see you when I jump on other Dodger channels. I see you on these other ones. So it's like not only you're supporting me, but you're out there just in general supporting creators, which I often encourage everyone to do. So shout out to you, man, because that's just incredible, and your knowledge is incredible, and just thank you for that, man. Okay, it's got a message from WSN. WSN can't pop on tonight, but I appreciate you, bro. I just want to let you know you're welcome. You know what I mean? You're welcome. Like I've been pushing my guy WSN Contest That. Make sure to check out Contest That on YouTube. This young guy, this young brother is incredible when it comes to basketball knowledge.
Can I give a quick shout out to him, anyways?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Contest That, WSN. Something is coming towards you. So I love you, man. Love you.
We all love WSN, man. He's our little brother out here, man. Anyway, we can support him. We always can. And he's always welcome here. I just want to shoot him that invite in the case that he could. But if he can't tonight, it's all good. He's always welcome every time. Ciao, Lee. Hello to you as well. Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you. It was Dante. Spencer stepped up big in D'Lo's absence. And it's funny you say that, Angie, because he stepped up as point guard in a point guard's absence, right? And I think we all can agree that Spence's best version of himself is when he plays the point guard position. I've often said that I feel like at some point it might be better to have Austin come off the bench. Not because Austin is not a very good player or not good, but I feel like he plays good enough off the bench to get points and affect the game, and he can still close and play starters minutes. I feel like Austin might be better off the bench at some point, man. Sunday, what's going on, my brother? Appreciate you. Sunday fun day. Can't Sunday fun day without a sip, Chris. We got
man.
Shout out to Stella. Shout out to Stella, man. Some of me and I love Belgian beers, Chris. Belgian beer, they got it right, bro. They got it right.
Dude,
they got it right.
When me and you link up, it's over.
It's over. It's Irish hippie, man. I mean, so last night I was telling Chris saw this picture. For those who follow me on IG, I posted a picture last night on my story. And last night I was working on some stuff from work, my regular career, plus some of my side businesses. I was like, I'm gonna have a beer and do some work.
Yep.
And I turned around and I had a combination of 15 bottles and cans on the table. I was like, I told myself I was gonna have a beer and get some work done. I was like, well, at least I got the work done, right? I kept that promise. And I've been on a little roll the last couple of nights. So needed sometimes, man. Just needed sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what happens is when you do what you have to do, I mean, there's nothing anyone else could tell you because you did what you had to do. That's why I'm not even gonna lie. I love seeing you have a good time because you work so hard for Court Kings. Like people don't even think about the behind the scenes stuff, but Jeff does so much stuff. And when I see him enjoying his life, it just makes me feel like, man, I'm about to have 6 beers right now.
No, I'm an enjoy life type of guy. You know what I mean? No matter what, I've had a lot of dark times in my life. I got past them, I got through them, and I've learned to really appreciate every win. Right? Every victory.
I think what happens is me and you have had the same type of life issues, I guess you could say. You know, and it's all connecting now. So when we relate to each other, you know, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. dude, I'm
You gotta celebrate. You gotta celebrate every team every
Yo.
time you find a cheat code in life. Every time you do something you weren't supposed to. Every time you accomplish something that was against your odds. Every time you did something that the stakes were against you.
Tell them.
You have to celebrate every little
Tell
victory. I have a very simple life at this point in my life, right? I have a very simple life. I keep my wife and my puppy. And anyone who's ever been on Empire Jeff TV has seen Lucky and seen my dog. It's very simple. My wife is my queen. And as long as her kingdom is happy, I've done my job, right? And that's all I focus on. I love Los Angeles Lakers. I love the Los Angeles Dodgers. I love the NBA. I love MLB. I love hip hop. I love all these different things I cover on this channel. But at the end of the day, that has to come first. And when they're happy, then I give them, then I'm free to do my thing, right? So the way it comes down to is like, when you're out here doing these little things, you got to celebrate every little thing. Even a Laker win when you're the 9th, 10th seed and you win 150 to 145, which I know we're here to talk about. But I told y'all tonight I may stray a little bit, and I apologize. I apologize. It's not going to be as professional as usual. Hold on real quick. I think I was scrolling. I think I saw Africa here. Africa, I got you. Africa, if you in here, drop me a comment. Let me know you're still in here. My bad. I missed it, brother. I'm going to get you the link because I need you to come up here and help me tonight, bro. So let me know if you're in here. Still in here tonight. We got some super chats I got to touch on too real quick, Chris. Controversial man was the last one, so let me come off that one real quick. Appreciate y'all, man, so much. We got we got a super chat in the building, man. Passionate believer, $2 with the super chat, man. I appreciate you, man. EPJ just double dipped on NGB. Yes, sir. So true. NGB is incredible, yo. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. NGB is a certified GOAT in these YouTube streets. Bro, some Laker fans were conceived in 15 minutes. That's true. Look, I've been one of these guys that have both been attacked and appreciated in both kind of ways, right? So I'm that Laker dude who sit here and said on multiple different occasions my take on Darvin Ham. And it's not about my support of Darvin Ham. I want to be clear about that because it's not supporting Darvin Ham. Because I feel I get attacked on this often. I get a lot of hate DMs. I get a lot of hot, hate mentions. And I'm okay with it because I'm going to be me. You know what I mean? I'm going to be me. I don't go with cookie cut. I don't go with everyone's else's opinions and ride with it. I form my own. And what I've often said was this team has bigger issues than Darvin Ham. Is Darvin Ham a non-issue? No, I've never said that. And I've often said, for the people who actually watch my entire shows, or with my brother, shout out to my brother Dan. We all love my brother Dan, and our brother Dan, I should say. When I've been on his channel and around the league, I've often said at the end, I almost wish they would let him go just so we can get past this, because there's no one going to be able to let go what's been going on with him, right? They can't get off that hill. My brother Meads has been on the wagon. My guy Reg from Locker Room, which is, y'all don't check out the Locker Room, man. Y'all need to, man. That shit is fire comedy. Comedy, right? Fire. But as much as my guy Mees has been on Darvin Ham, the guy who was first, and shout out my brothers at Lakers Fast Break too, man. Had a great show of the other night with Joe Soro over on Lakers Fast Break. The nightcap with Joe Soro. He hit me up. I was randomly in the chat. He said, pull up. This was Friday night. I spent about 2 hours with Joe. I had 4 hours sleep. I had to go to work after that, man. Shout out to my guy, Joe. We touched on a bunch of topics from the Lakers to the Dodgers to Kobe. We had a great Kobe rant, both of us on that. Check that out. And what I'm saying is it's very important that we all support each other, right? So when I talk on Darvin Ham and when I speak on the fact that it's not entirely his fault, that is not saying that he doesn't have any fault. And I need y'all to understand that when I say it, because I feel like people have attacked me for being a Darvin apologist, and I'm not. I don't have a problem with Darvin is let go. I've said multiple times, just let him go already, because there's no coming back from where we are with him. There's none. There's none, because there's so many people. I've never seen a Laker coach hated this much that it's almost impossible to win those people back. So I've said, just let him go already. But as long as he's here, I'm not going to root against him, because that means rooting against my team, yo. And I can't do that. I'm not wired that way. I don't need to be right. I don't have to be right. Like, I'm not rooting for the Lakers to do bad just for me to be right. I want the Lakers to be right. I want me to be wrong, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, Darvin is not the only problem with this team. That's been my point. Is he a problem? Yes. But he's not the only problem. And that's been my voice. So anyone who's come at me or attacked me for everything I've said about Darvin, I respect your opinion. I ain't gonna block you. But these issues are bigger than Darvin, is all I've said. And I'm a guy who has probably as long as I've seen life through these 4 eyes, I've seen basketball through these eyes. And I'm not up here talking the talk. I analyze things in ways that a lot of people don't. And Darvin is obviously not a great coach, but he's not the worst. He's not the worst thing in the world. The problem is bigger than Darvin, but Darvin is a problem. And at this point, they should get rid of him. He should be gone. But I'm telling y'all right this. I'm telling you this right now. And I will die on this hill. If they got rid of him today, it's not like everything in the world is going to be great. It's not like get rid of Darvin and we win a championship. It's not that simple, y'all. And that's been my point. That has only been my point. I rock with y'all. I love y'all. I thank y'all for showing up every night. I respect everyone's opinions. I get no beefs on my channel. You know what I'm saying? I don't have crazy panels talking crazy, getting nuts. I don't do that. My take has always been just hold on real quick. Okay, no, he's not here. My take has always been like we got bigger problems than Darvin. That's always been my take, right? And I still stand on that. I still really do stand on that. And I'll continue to stand on that because I believe it to be true. So let me get back to some of these quotes real quick, Chris. Let me see. I think it was I got lost a little bit here. Give me 1 second, y'all.
You do what you gotta do, man. Because you explained yourself explicitly to your fans.
So I think Zachary has a can Ham let Spencer have the ball in his hands, and that's important. I think that's fair. I think that's a good take. So I've often said, for those who watch me on here and around the league, I've said that Spence is better in the point guard position, having the ball in his hands and not in a catch shoot situation. He's not a catch and shoot player. Matter of fact, when Spence catches the ball and shoots it, he's much less effective. And when I tell y'all, I watched Spencer Dinwiddie play basketball since he was 9 years old. All right. When it comes to everyone on YouTube, I'm probably the most informed person to tell you how Spencer Dinwiddie plays basketball. I've coached against him. I typically don't do this, but I'm going to do this tonight. I've coached Spencer Dinwiddie. All right. And what I'm trying to say is Spencer Dinwiddie is much better with the ball in his hands in creation mode. He is not a guy that is standing in the corner, catch and shoot, which D'Angelo Russell is not necessarily best in that role, but he's more capable of. Spencer Dinwiddie is not a catch and shoot guy. That's not his role. He's a ball in his hands, get creative, finish with power. He can finish with power around the rim. He can draw fouls, and he's a better defender than people think. He really is, because he's got all the physical attributes that Austin Reeves does not. Whereas Austin Reeves can give effort, he can give the try, but he doesn't have the physical attributes. Doesn't have the athleticism to do it. Spencer Dinwiddie does. And like I said, I've watched this man play basketball since he was 9 years old. Shout out to ARC Hoops, man. Shout out to Swish Hoops, man. Shout out to Taft High School, man. Shout out to all them. I've watched Spencer Dinwiddie play basketball before he was double digits in age. All right. I know his game. Trust me when I say that. All right. And I've coached against him. And I've been blessed to have him on all-star teams in ARC Hoops. All right. And I typically don't name drop. I typically don't do that. But your boy got a little.
Yeah, but
you know
sometimes you have to just to let certain people know, like, yeah, I'm in this game like more than you even ever thought of.
Yeah. And sometimes it's true. Like I've been at some point, like when you're in between these lines, and I was never a player that was on the level of these guys. Like my basketball knowledge never came from a player standpoint. It's always been on the sidelines from an observer, from an obsessive, like studying standpoint. I was a okay basketball player. I was never like an all-star level player. I was never like, that was never my role. I was a very, very good basketball coach. Very good. And I was a very good judge of talent. I was a very good builder of talent. I was a very good builder of culture. I was a winner. I was a winner. I won a lot of basketball games against teams no business winning against.
Jeff, I would love to be on your team because, I wasn't, just like you're saying, I was never that like franchise player. I was never that dude.
Never that
but
guy.
I was that hustle dude that you'd be like, get him off the bench, make him shut down a certain player, and then we might win the game. That's what
I could pick apart a game, Chris. Like
man, this right here, what
totally.
what you're about to talk about is my favorite part of the
Like,
game. Go ahead.
Yeah, I told you this jokingly behind the scenes, right? I have led the league in broken clipboards within the first 3 minutes of a game. Of other team breaking clipboards, when my team came out there, who average height was 5 inches less than them, right? I had a team full of Latinos out there, Chris, busting dudes. Like, because as soon as we got that steal, we were gone and we were catching a three in transition. And we would sit there, and before you knew it, a team that was a top seed and we were the lower seed, we'd be up 14 points in the first 5 minutes. And dudes had no clue what hit them. Because our attention to detail, all heart, and Andy, I see you, and Bibbs, I see you being here. Cookie, I see you being here. My peoples, I see you being here. You don't tap in because it's like you know me in real life, and you're like, okay, let Jeff rock, right? But those who know me, and those who've been on those courts with me, and those who have been on those sidelines with me, and those who've been in those film rooms with me, and those who have been with me on a road to Vegas, and we were looking at a portable DVD player, breaking down our game film, and doing all this, and showing how we were going to stop a 6'5" dude when our tallest dude is 5'11". Shout out to my guy Billy. Like, we had dudes that we had things that we were doing that no one could do, because like when we went in there, I'm telling you, when I tell you we had a team full of Latinos and we won championships.
Oh,
right?
Man. And you know what? I would love to play on your team just because I was always that like dude that they would look at and they're like, oh, we about to attack him, but they don't know nothing about me, and I would dominate their center. Like, I would get rebounds.
You don't know nothing about what I've been through. Like the heart in these guys. So my center, bro, was 5'11". My center was a 5'11" dude who was stronger than a 6'6" guy, 6'7" guy, 6'7", 8 guy, and can put him off the block. And my center could handle the ball like a point guard and shoot threes. So we would get out there and we would go ballistic, bro. We go ballistic, and it was just nutty. But anyways.
Quick shout out to Angie B. Love you.
Yeah. Shout out to Angie. But shout out to the Lakers for tonight. We're obviously talking on this. I told you tonight's show was a little bit different.
My bad. Let's get this.
No, it's my bad. But I told you tonight's show is going to be a little bit different tonight. But the Lakers are in a weird position, man, because the Lakers obviously record should be better. They should be in a higher seed. They should be in a position where they're looking at closing in on a top seed or a top 3 seed versus a top 7, 8, 9, 10 seed, right? But the problem is with the reality with this Laker team is, man, it's just been injuries, inconsistent, and the Lakers have been consistently inconsistent, and that's going to be a constant problem for them. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I have trust issues with this team. This team, to me right now, is not a championship capable team. They're not a championship contender. They're not, to me. But it doesn't mean that I want to be right. I want to be wrong when it comes to that. I want to be wrong. I want this team to win a championship. I want them to be there. But even if this team makes the Western Conference Finals like they did last year, that doesn't mean you're a contender, yo. Doesn't mean you're a contender. Like this team, Bron and AD, I want to believe they can take it to another level. I hope that D'Lo can hold his level. But Austin Reeves has to take his defense to another level. Yeah. Taurean Prince has to step up. Rui Hachimura has to be playoff Rui again. We need Christian Wood back healthy. We need Jared Vanderbilt back healthy. And we need Gabe Vincent back healthy. And we need Darvin Ham to just not get in our way. He don't got to be great. He just has to not be terrible, which he did last playoff. And that's exactly what we have to hope for, right? And I don't know if that's realistic to hope from Darvin Ham. That could be dangerous to hope for Darvin Ham to not mess us up. But I believe that we can get through the Darvin Ham issues if our guys are healthy and they show up. And the Lakers have been shooting better. And the last I checked, the Lakers were top 16 in both offense and defense, which still surprised me, right? Because they've been looking like one of the worst defensive teams in the league. If they could figure out their defensive issues, Chris, their offense is scoring enough. They scored 150 points tonight without D'Angelo Russell in the lineup. They scored 150 points. Now, while Indiana is a all-time scoring team, they can't defend. Now they scored 145 points tonight and they lost. Right? So the Lakers gave up 145 points tonight and they won. So you got to give them credit for being able to score the 150 points, but that 45 points that they gave up, they've got to figure that out, man. But shout out to everyone, man. We got 49 people in here on YouTube, man. Drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. And Twitter continues to show up for your boy. We got 150 people in the building right now on Twitter, man. I don't know when this exactly happened. I don't know what I did to make Elon or Twitter's algorithm happy, but the last couple of shows, Twitter blew up. Last Friday, we had over 850 people watching from Twitter. So shout out to y'all, man. Keep showing up, keep retweeting, keep liking it. You are greatly appreciated. You will always be appreciated. We thank you. But at the same time, YouTube is where I got started. So it ain't going to be nothing without y'all. Thank you guys for showing up. We appreciate you. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you have not done so already. And what I fall short and fail to do is reminding y'all to share the video. I don't do that enough. So share the video. Tell a friend that it's Jeff and them again. Come back over here, man. You all could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. And you all appreciate it. Let me get back to some of these comments real quick. We got Craziness. What's going on, Craziness, man? Thank y'all for pulling up, sis. We appreciate y'all, man. Not only do we appreciate you showing up, not only do we appreciate you dropping some knowledge in the chat, but more importantly, we appreciate your service, sis. Thank you. We salute you. You are multiple deployments. You are a hero.
Craziness. I don't even know like what to say to her. Man,
yeah,
it's just love.
She's a soldier.
Love.
She's a soldier. And thank you for fighting for our freedom on the regular. Thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for everything you do. You are what America's about, man. So shout out to you. Thank you 100%, man. Thank you for doing the stuff so the rest of us simple people don't have to. You know what I mean? Thank you for your sacrifice. So you sacrifice your family time. You sacrifice everything. I'm a military guy as far as coming from a family of military guys. So I myself didn't serve. So I can't say that I am that I served. Every other male in my family served. So I came from a family of people who served our country. And so shout out to you because I know what that sacrifice means. My dad did it. My grandpa did. My grandfather was a Korean War veteran. Like I said, my grandfathers, my uncles, all my dad, my cousins. I got snipers in the family. Like, shout out because they did it. So I didn't have to, essentially, right? So shout out to them and shout out to you, sis. Thank you so much, man. And Angie says, shout out to Sir. Shout out to the mod God, man, the mod father, the mod of mods. If you don't respect Search, man, he will search and he will destroy you, man. He is the control alt delete in life. That's our brother right here, man. Search and destroy, man. One of my first, if not my first true believer in YouTube and my ability to do this was Search. So shout out to Search, man. That's my brother. I love him, man. And
he's a genius, man. I fucking love him, man.
Yes. Search was my first. Search was the first Empire Jeff TV promoter slash booking agent slash challenged everyone in a chat that came at me. Like Search was preaching that Empire Jeff TV gospel before Empire Jeff TV was a channel. So shout out to Search, man. Search gave me a lot of confidence to do this on my own. He would see me in other shows. He would always email me. He'd reach out to me like, bro, you could do this. Like you need to do your own thing. He would reach out to other channels. You got to have Jeff on your panel. Like before I even knew how serious I was going to take this, Search took me serious. And Search had me all over the place, man. And he was spreading my name everywhere. So shout out to my brother Search, man, because I wouldn't be what I am on YouTube and his channel wouldn't be what it was without Search. And I know that. I don't say it as much as I should. I need to work on that. I say it, but I need to say it every time because it's important. Search is a god out here, man. And Search me on like 3 million subscriber channels. Like I'm a small channel. Like, and Search still makes time for me. A little old me still makes time for me. And I don't got no misconception of me being this big person out here, right? But Search takes the time for me. Obviously, like Dan got like damn near 25,000 subscribers, like Lakers and all these people he's out there with. I'm a little like 1,200 subscriber channel. I'm a little guy, and Search still shows up every single night for me, and that's because the brotherhood. You know what I mean? And he represents me, and it's because he sees something in me. And even though I'm a small time channel, he still believes in me, and for that, I will always be appreciative. So thank you, Search. I appreciate you. Dante said that's right, man.
Search, man.
We need these wins bad. Glad the Warriors lost, but the Clippers lost. Yeah, Greg, that was a bad loss for the Clippers. And you know what? Because we couldn't do this too much, Chris. From
do it, baby.
We gotta. Yo, Kawhi. And you know what? We talk about, like the Clippers, man. You know what's funny, Chris?
Hit him with it.
The Clippers miss Russell Westbrook, bro.
They
miss him.
I was not gonna say it.
No. Look, okay, look. I've often said this, and I will continue to say this. I will still die on this hill. I will. Russell Westbrook was not a fit for our team.
No.
But because of that, I don't hate Russell Westbrook.
You know what I mean? Exactly. Yes.
What Russell Westbrook does for the Los Angeles community, the things he has done, and I'm talking about, y'all. I'm talking about the stuff that's never been publicized, which I'm privy to.
He is Jeff. He basically has a whole community, in Los Angeles.
Yeah, he's done great. But Chris, not just LA. We're talking OKC. We're talking Houston. We're talking still Washington, D.C. Like, he has done great things in cities that he spent 1 year in, 2 years in. Cities that he hasn't been in 5 years.
Yep.
So Russ, the basketball player, I'm full for y'all coming at. I'm full for y'all talking your trash. But Russ, the philanthropist, humanitarian, human, he has done more for the city of Los Angeles than most of your favorite basketball players. He really has.
That? Yep. That's what makes me sick.
I will always show him respect for. I will show him respect. Now, if he catches a brick on a court or does something stupid, that's all fair game. But when we're talking about the man, like humanity, the human side matters, y'all. The human side matters. Like, we could sit up here and be upset about what we want about Darvin Ham, but fans who do death threats to the dude's families, y'all don't represent us. Y'all don't. You know, like leave people's families out of it, y'all. And what I'm saying is, Russ has done he's done a lot for the city of Los Angeles, where he's from. And I will say this about Russ, Chris. I would say probably only 30% has ever made it to the public eye. He's done more. He's done more. And that's why I've always said, even in the heat of the Russ hate in LA, I've always gone out of my way to make a point on that, to make people realize that that's a real thing. Because you could not like him as a basketball player, that's fine. I don't like him as a basketball player on our team. He didn't work. But the man, the human, what he's done for this city, you have to respect that. You have to respect that. Queen Strawberry, what's going on? Thank you for pulling up, man. What was Ham doing not having AD LeBron to start the fourth? Yeah, I said that during the stream. I was like, yo, why are not Bron or AD out here to help prevent, to seal this win? I said that. And like I said, what I've said throughout the season about Darvin Ham not being the only problem, but that was a problem. And Darvin Ham has done that multiple times through the year. And he is a problem. But there are other problems. And giving up 145 points is a problem, right? But the Lakers scored enough to win, even without D'Lo. This was a good win without D'Lo. And this is a team who can score a whole ton of points, who was the championship finalist against the Lakers in the in-season tournament, which I still celebrate. That was an incredible moment. Look, I'm going to tell y'all real quick when it comes to this covering basketball thing. When it comes to covering and talking basketball, I'm going to tell y'all this right now. Anytime, and anyone who watches basketball with their peoples, anyone who enjoys watching basketball with their families, anyone who just enjoys watching basketball with a crew, right? There's something special in December about having your boys, your peoples, all in the living room or under a gazebo in California because the weather's still nice. There's still something really special about having dudes and your peoples being so into a basketball game in December and act like it's a playoff atmosphere. No matter if it was Lakers that won that or not, I think it's good for the game. And I had my brother-in-laws, I had my cousin, I had friends here watching games in December that felt like June. And for that, I'm grateful. I'm happy we won that. I will still celebrate that we won that. It's not a championship. I'll never treat it as such. But what I'm saying, it felt like a playoff win. It really, really did. And everyone who tried to clown the Lakers for that or shut them out for that, it's only because they hate the us because they ain't the us, man. Because had the Boston Celtics won that, they were like, move your car, let's go celebrate this, let's go to the bar. Like, they would have been on that, man. If the New York Knicks were like, yo, son, it's lit, it's dummy, it's dumb, it's stupid, ridiculous. Let's go, man, let's go catch this out. Let's go. Like, they would have been wilding with that. Wilding. I ain't gonna front. The Knicks won that, I would have been a little happy too. But what I'm saying is, like, because the Lakers won it, they want to minimize it. They want to clown it. And people need to understand, it wasn't the Lakers deciding to hang that banner. That was a requirement. The competition committee required that by whoever won it.
You might have to tell that 2 times.
Yeah, it wasn't the Lakers, because the Lakers don't hang stuff like that. They never have, they never will. But the league and the Lakers made money off it. Like the league wanted to make a big deal of it. They changed the player participation rules in it. They changed the whole, they were fining teams for not playing players for it. It was all because of the in-season tournament. So you can't fault the team that took that serious. You can't, just like you can't fault the team who won the bubble when everyone, Lemon Pepper Lou and all them chose wings over rings. What are you going to do? At the Boston Celtics won in the bubble, they would be calling it one of the best wins in NBA history. If Miami Heat beat the Lakers in the bubble, they would have called it one of the biggest triumphs in NBA history. If the Los Angeles Clippers won their first NBA championship in the bubble, they wouldn't be discrediting them for it.
Jimmy Butler right now would be a legend.
Yes. So what I've always said, Chris, they can drink a tall glass.
Yeah, you tell them.
Shut the fuck up. Like,
thank you.
Because we understand. And you know, we're okay with the hate. We're okay with the dislike. We're okay. We're okay with it because, oh man, the Lakers are 2.5 games up on the Warriors and the 9th seed, but they are 2.5 games back on the match. So, but the thing that comes down to it is this, man. We don't trip on the narratives, but when y'all get disrespectful and you try to act like that bubble didn't count, when y'all try to act like that in-season tournament doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It only matters because y'all continue to not win that shit. That's all it is, man. Satro, what's going on, my guy? Said, salute, Jeff. Let's get it. Nice win. Facts, bro. Sandcaster992. Hey, Jeff, hello to you as well. Thank you for pulling up, man. Satro says, Search in the house. That's what's up. Search is in the house, man. Passionate believer. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out Court Kings, Chris, EPJ. Let's go, Lake Show. Shout out to y'all, man. Roy, like I said, I shouted you out. Appreciate you, man. Joe Switch was good, brother. D-Lo better sign and get back quick. We got a new point guard, Dinwiddie, man. I'm telling you, I've seen Dinwiddie play a long time, y'all. Jeremy AC said, what's good, my G? Hell of a game tonight. Dinwiddie needs to keep it up and stay aggressive. Facts. Keo, my God, Brandon, man. What's up, Brandon, man? 1-5 without D-Lo. Broke the curse. Dinwiddie is him. Yeah, we were 0-5 without D-Lo until tonight. We got that win. That's what we got Dinwiddie for, Brandon. That's what's up, man. WSN, what's up, my brother? Appreciate you, man. Hundo Fitty. Yeah, Hundo Fitty is nuts, man. Purple and gold. What's going on, my brother, man? Hell of a game, man. Hell of a finish. Hope we can build on this intensity on the road. Facts, man. And Angie said, did y'all see the block by AR? He said that, get that ish out of here. Yeah, man. He tried to take a shot, and AR said, yeah, facts, man. AR competes, man. Like, he don't got the physical attributes to be a lockdown defender or be a top-tier defensive guy, but he competes, man. And sometimes competing ain't enough, right? But he does, man. So appreciate him. Bridges said, great playback stream tonight. Hey, thank you, Bridges, man. I gave some gems over there. Some stuff I typically don't give away on stuff you can play back on, right?
That's all Jeff. That's all Jeff.
No, I appreciate you. I'll let y'all behind the curtain a little bit tonight. I don't typically do that. So Yeah. So I appreciate y'all for showing up, man. Thank you, man. Dante said, this was dope on playback, dope stream. I appreciate you, Dante, man. Purple and Gold says, oh yeah, welcome back, Jeff. I thought you hit the Powerball jackpot, big dog. No, man, you know what? You know, when you're going on this YouTube path, man, and I think I can speak for everyone with this, is there's a balance between continuing to do these videos and then finding time for your family. And it's I hit a stretch where I was so dedicated and so focused and so locked in, and you know, trying to build this channel out. But I'm still a husband, you know. I'm still a family guy, and I've got to make sure that I don't get lost in that shuffle. It's real easy to. It's real easy to. I've never been a guy that's on here. I'm trying to be careful with my words because um I'm just talking about me, not what anyone else does. But for me, I've always been just a guy that just wants to get on here, talk my basketball, talk my baseball when I have time and come back. I'm not a guy who does this full time. I can't do this throughout the day. I have a regular gig. I do my best. But I felt the need. I need to be around family a little bit more, and I took I slowed it down a little bit. I really did. And just for the simple fact that my wife, Lucky, y'all who've been seeing Lucky out here, and those who follow me on IG and Twitter, y'all been seeing me out here on these 3-mile walks with him nightly. And you know, I'm a big dog guy. Like I've had a dog in my life my entire life. To me, a family ain't a family with a dog in the house. That's just my way of doing it, right? And when you have a dog, man, they're not as blessed to live as long as us, right? And I try to give him the best life possible. And for as long as I have him, I want to continue to give him that. So I need to get out here and take him on these walks because that's what he lives for, like all these things. So I had to sacrifice a little bit on YouTube to get back to my human side and my family side. But the balance is tough. I'm still struggling with figuring it out. Even tonight, I had no plans on going live tonight. Tonight wasn't going to be live. I did a show. It wasn't going to be a night where I did a post game. I wasn't going to do any of this tonight. But I pulled up after the game. A few people showed up. Chris showed up, and I was like, "Man, Chris, if you're down to hold it down with me on a post game, I'll do it." Right? And it's not that I don't appreciate. It's not that I take YouTube for granted. I love it. There you go, Chris. I love it. I love it. But I also love my wife. I love my puppy. I love my family, and it's a tough balance, y'all. And anyone who does these YouTube channels, it's a tough balance, y'all. And it's trying to find the time. It's trying to stay connected with y'all while not being a lesser husband and being a lesser son, a lesser brother, a lesser brother-in-law. Like it's a struggle. And I'm still trying to find this proper balance in this because I'm still new in this. Like Dan the Laker fan been doing this since like 2016. He's figured it out. I'm still figuring it out. Right? Kareem done this for a while, man. My guy DJ and Lakers and 5 done this for a long time. My brother Gerald and Joe on Lakers Fast Break done this for like 13 years, right? I'm the new kid on the block, man. I've only been doing this since August. I'm still trying to figure my balance out. And I'm an unbalanced dude. Like I'm all over the place, y'all. Like I got so many different things I do, man. I got multiple businesses I have, plus my career. Adding YouTube to it was just another one, right? But I knew I could talk. I knew that I had the mind for sports. I didn't know what the response would be. Had no idea. I had no dreams of being able to get monetized in 90 days like y'all did for me. I had no idea that y'all would take me to almost 1,300 subscribers in this amount of time. I had no idea that people would be looking for me when I don't show up for shows. I had no idea that people would be like, thank you, I've been saying this. I had no idea that I would be a voice for people that said they got bullied online because I said the same things they said. Like, I had no idea that I would be what this was. No idea. I'm still figuring it out, right? So shout out to everyone who does this on the regular, because it is a grind. It is a sacrifice. And I'm going to continue to try to keep bringing you guys stuff. And I'm telling y'all, man, y'all know me as this basketball guy, right? But I'm telling y'all, baseball season is going to be fuego. I'm telling y'all, man, I'm going to give y'all some stuff you've never seen for baseball. I promise you this. I'm going to give y'all some stuff you've never seen from baseball. And I can't open the curtain fully on that, but I'm telling y'all, I'm going to give you an insight to baseball you ain't never seen in your damn life. I promise you. And I've already given you some of that. I told you Yamamoto was coming before he did. I told y'all Glasnow was coming before he did. I told y'all Otani was coming before he did. And I calmed y'all down when I thought Otani craziness was going wild. I told you Teoscar was coming, man. Trust me. Like, I'm about to put y'all onto a sport that y'all necessarily never fully tuned into. Well, I'm gonna give you that same sabor that I gave you for basketball, man. I'm telling you right now, man. And Chris, tell them what sabor is, man. Tell them what it is, man.
El sabor. Hey, you guys aren't ready for the sabor, because if you're ready for the sabor, you don't got to be explained what it is. But be here for Empire Jeff. He's gonna give you the latest, up to date, what you need. Trust me, because if it wasn't for him, I would literally be lost in a lot of sports news. So be here.
Hey, man, he got that Reagan era, man. He got the Reaganomics. Chris, would you get the hat? But did you design that, or did you find that somewhere?
Oh, wait a minute. Yes,
you got the Reagan era hat, man.
Listen, I don't.
Oh, that's a record company, Reagan era.
Yeah,
they got a Reaganomics record label. Whose record label is that?
That's my brother-in-law.
Your brother-in-law is Reagan era.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
Bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, Reaganomics.
We don't do nothing small here. Like, it's all big deal here. Look at that.
Oh,
all
Chris,
designed by me.
I need a hat, Chris. That Reagan era, and I see what they did. They did the Dare colors. I see it. I see what they did. They got the ERA. Let me see the other hat, the one you're wearing. Let me see it real quick. Yeah, they went with the Dare. Yeah, I see it. I grew up in the Dare program, bro. I remember that. So, oh my God, that's Reaganomics. Oh man, that's fire, bro.
No,
that was great to see y'all. Appreciate y'all, Benji, man. Is Dan not doing a post game? I think Dan went to the game tonight, right, Chris?
Yeah, he's doing the game tonight. Well, he was at the game tonight. So
So let him live. Let him be a fan tonight, right? He's not working full fledged. Benji said, Jeff, both the Dodgers and Lakers won. Yeah, the Dodgers. So the Dodgers, even though it wasn't a regular season game, they went 1-1 to open the regular season. They came back on some spring training games in the Freeway Series. They got the win tonight, and I'm telling y'all, man, stay tuned, man. I'm about to turn this channel.
It's gonna be crazy,
wild, man. Baseball's about to get wild, man, for sure. I'm trying to tell you, man. I think Dinwiddie should start with D'Lo and Reeves off the bench, and when Vando comes back, he should start and Rui off the bench. Let's roll into the playoffs. Yeah, Joe. So anyone who's ever watched the channel has known that I've often been a supporter and a component of Vando starting. When I coached basketball, I never started my top 5 best players. I needed a top defensive guy out there. And Vando is that guy. And to me, I would rather have Vando out there than Rui. Not that I don't appreciate Rui, but I think Rui can come off and give you those buckets off the bench. Vando can get out there and help try to check that guy from getting started early on the other team, right? Yep. And D'Lo, you know what? I don't think I'd start Spence, Joe. I know Spence had a good night tonight, and I think people will get caught up in the moment on that. I think Spence is a solid player. I don't know what Spence's future is here with the Lakers, but I will say this: if we're going to start someone other than Austin, I would prefer that it's Max Christie, because when you look at the numbers, when you look at the metrics, when you look at the data, when it's D'Lo, Max, and it's Vando, Rui, Braun, AD, the Lakers defense and offense there plus like 13 differential. So I wouldn't go Dinwiddie. I'd go Max. And the only reason I'm saying that is because it's more likely Max is going to be back with us next year than Spence. So we continue to build on that. And while we should only be focused on this year, which I understand, but I think Max adds an element to that. And I like a backcourt off the bench with a guy who can play point guard, and not Spence. And now he stepped in tonight and gave you all a taste of what he can do, and I'm glad he did that. But I want to caution y'all, and I want to be above board with this when I say that this is the exception, not the rule. We're not going to get games like this from Spence. Spence got a game like this because D'Lo was out. That's why he had a game like this. But D'Lo's not going to consistently be out like this. So Spence, anytime Spence gives you 10 points on top of his assists and now being able to play more of a defensive role. I told you all the same thing with Christian Wood, that I think that if Christian Wood, I felt like his defense would be able to impact this team more than his offense would. And it did early in the season. And then he fell off a cliff. So we need Christian Wood back. We need Vando back. And we need Gabe back. Without getting those guys back, not only back, but able to contribute, this team ain't winning nothing, y'all. And it's not that I'm not rooting for them to do so. I'm just being realistic. Like a backcourt of D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves with Dinwiddie off the bench with Cam Reddish or Max Christie. It's not enough, yo. It's not enough. Even with Braun and AD, it's not enough. And you get a Gabe Vincent, you get a Jared Vanderbilt, you get a Christian Wood back, and then you add these guys on top of what it is. Well, the problem is the Lakers have never been full the entire year. They've never been healthy the entire year. They haven't had their whole roster 1 through 15 the entire year. And when you go down past like that, you hit these dark spots of the season, you hit these black holes in the season, and you just can't win games. And sometimes the depth will set you free, but when you don't have the depth, it don't set you free. And so the Lakers just got to get back to a point where they can get that depth back, man. And I don't know if that's going to ever happen this season because it hasn't happened this season. But we're hoping that it gets to a point where it could. And I think I got lost here. So let's see, where was I at? I'm trying to get everyone's comment. You know how I do, man. Let's see. Where did I leave off at, man? Hold up here.
You left off on Jeff is the greatest mother.
No, I didn't land up there. Okay. Okay. Did that. Okay, I think I found it here. Okay, here we go. Okay, I think I'm back in the same area here. Lakers poems. Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, bro. Bron has more points in his year 21 season than all the Lakers year 21 points combined. Yeah, Bron is incredible, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Bron is incredible. Okay, hold on.
And that's why Dan created the La Timeless.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hope the intensity in the road. That's a fact. Okay, here's where we left off here. There we go. Did y'all see the block by ARK? Yeah, we recorded that. Okay, there we go. Great playback stream tonight. Thank y'all. Okay. Oh yeah, welcome back. Okay, that's where I left up right here. Shout out to my guy, Young African Man. I don't think he's in the building anymore. I would have loved to get you up tonight, man. Appreciate you, bro. Adam Silver not happy with his scoring. Yeah, he's definitely not. 150 is a lot of points. Facts for sure. Jeff, do you think the Lakers will sign a big before the playoffs? No, I do not. I think we are who we are right now on our 15 RR15. A double pancakes. What's going on? Thank you for pulling up. Hey Jeff, do you think we can catch the Mavs? I think we can. I think the Mavs are going to fall off a cliff, y'all. Shout out to my guys from We Talk Mavs. I love those guys, but I hope y'all team lose, y'all. Stop it. Thank you. No, NGB, I can't stop it. You're incredible. You are a blessing to not only my channel, but everyone else's. So I will not stop it. I will continue to big you up because you deserve it.
She's a genius.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she is incredible. It's my fault for not pointing that out as heavy as much. And I'm going to be better at that because she's incredible, not just on my show, on Kareem's show, on Lakers in 5 with DJ over there. Like everywhere Angie goes, she makes the channel better. And I'm just blessed that she chooses to spend some time here. Like it's what it is. Not only that, but she's also a mod on my channel. So I'm blessed that Angie decides to spend her precious available time with me. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. Because Angie's great. She's one of the best I've ever seen. And she still teaches me, and I still learn from her. And when I mess up, she's the first person to correct me, which is what I need. And not because she's trying to rub it in my face, but she wants me to be better. And she wants me to stay on top of things and represent things well. So she's going to continue that because that's how she's wired. And I expect her to, and I need her to. Because I am not above making a mistake. I am not above misquoting. I am not above misreading something. I make mistakes. I am human, but I am blessed to have people when I do make a mistake or I do use terminology incorrectly. So I have brilliant people to help me correct that without a shadow of a doubt. Lakers poem says Bron has more points. Okay, I did touch on that. Good. There we go. Jeff, do you think the Lakers will sign a big? We need a big. We do need a big, but I don't think they will, bro. I don't think they will. Good game tonight. What's good? Search Angie, Empire, Jeff, Chris, the graphic god. That's exactly what he is, man. Carlos, what's going on, my guy? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you as always. Passionate believer. I always appreciate you, man. Thank you for your super chats. Greatly appreciate you. Jeff, last time you saw him was in 2002. Yeah. That's the craziest part. I went to the funny part is I went to game 7 with him. He left the country a couple weeks after, and I have not seen him since. And he found me tonight. And I was like, I can't go to a game. I got to stay with my guy tonight. And it was wild. It was a bar in North Hollywood. And the reason I go to that bar is because they let you bring your dogs. And I brought Lucky. And they got dog beer. It was hilarious, man. Lucky is known at that bar. And everyone who watches this show knows how much I am invested in my pup and Lucky, right? And so we specifically pick places to go to so we can take him because I don't want to leave him home all day, you know? And we have places where we go. Bro, like I legitimately have places that I can leave my dog at for a weekend. A bar, like a legit bar where I could take off and my dog will be at the bar all weekend hanging out. And I go I can go pick him up after. My dog is living the life, man. And that's my dream. That's my goal, is to give, no matter whatever dog I've ever had, my goal has always been to give them the life that they deserve. And if I'm blessed enough to have them for 10, 12 years, is to give them a life that they couldn't ever imagine. I'm never going to buy a dog, have him outside, use him as a floodlight and bark and all that. Like my dog gets treated to the world. And Lucky is a G. Lucky is a G. And he's already got influencers. He's already got sponsors. He's already getting free gear. Like this dude has all kinds of stuff that people send out to him. I'm talking like major distribution networks, major companies sending Lucky stuff. And he is Lucky legit has his own little vibe. I don't promote it over here because that's not what it's for. But Lucky legit, all my social media platforms and all the things I build, Lucky has the biggest one. I don't promote it here because it's not what it's for. But Lucky has a pretty good following. I'll say that. And he gets blessed with merch. The Dodgers have sent him stuff. The Lakers have sent him stuff. Like Lucky has been blessed. And we've been blessed just by having Lucky. You know what I mean? So shout out to y'all who ask about him and shout him out when he pops up on a stream, when he runs off with my microphone on my windscreen, when he runs off.
I know. I love that.
Yeah, so because he does. And shout out to Chris. Chris created the menace logo with Lucky. And he goes, it's hard to call him a menace because he's so cute, but he weaponizes his cuteness.
Trust me. I was gonna say, Jeff, let me take out Lucky for a walk here and there. Because he likes the ladies, right?
He is a ladies man. And we have a shirt that says hello ladies. We have the whole there's a whole bunch of things we get for y'all who have dogs. I got an announcement coming soon. I got some stuff coming soon. And I'm a very passionate dog owner. I've always have been. Dogs have been a major part of my life, most of my life. And I'm blessed to have a little pup like him and his energy and his he draws attention. You know what I mean? Like everywhere we go, he's just a special guy. And I know our dogs aren't with us as long as we love, but it's our objective to give him the best life we can give him. And we're doing that. And I'm telling you, this dude blew up. Like he blew up. And I can't wait to show y'all what's next with him, man. Can't wait. Tamika, what's going on? What's going on? Thank you for pulling up, sis. She said, let's go, Lakers. That's facts. Let's see. We got Bridges in the house saying Jeff was out on this. Jeff was all over the place tonight, man. Chris does it the fastest ever in history. He does. Like, bro, I'm telling you, we told this story. I don't know if we told it on here or on playback, but my logo, which was the Empire Jeff TV logo, which y'all saw originally was like a purple basketball with some text over it. And it wasn't trash, but it wasn't great, right? It wasn't something that as I grew that I wanted my brand to be seen as. So one day I hit up Chris and I go, I think I need a different logo, Chris. Like, I think I need to make it a little bit better. Like, I think I need to incorporate something a little fresher. Like, I need to be a little bit more dope. And he's like, what you have in mind? Because Chris is always that guy where it's like, give him the vision. Like, he ain't going to sit here. You can't just, here's the thing. When you go to a graphic designer or interior designer or anyone who does any kind of custom work for you, you got to give them a vision, right, Chris? You got to tell them what you're looking for, because then they take it and run with it. But they run with your vision and create it reality. But if you don't have a vision, then you make their life harder, right? Yeah. Because then you're asking them to create your vision, which isn't what they do. Like, they take your vision and they make it reality, which is what they do. So when I told Chris, I was like, you know what? Like, give me something vintage. Like, give me like that NBA and NBC vibe. And he's like, oh, okay, I can do that. God. And then he's like, okay, so he starts cooking. Okay, the font is easy, the colors are easy, but what about the logo? What about the part where the NBA logo is? What do we do with that? And I was like, damn, that's a good question. I was like, you know what? give me like a sideline reporter. Give me like a microphone. Give me something like that. And when I tell you guys that logo was done within 15 minutes, I'm talking about done.
Absolutely shocked. Absolutely shocked.
Done. Like not a concept. I'm talking like final version ready for YouTube. I had it on YouTube, on Twitter, and on Instagram within 15 minutes as a final version. Later, he hit with the color coordination of the purple and gold, the blue, red, one for the Dodgers. Later was that, but the one with the gray background, the NBA and on BC flip, that was within 15 minutes. And I remember Chris hit me up like, I can't believe we did that fast. And I was like,
I was absolutely shocked.
Yeah, I was like, how fast we got it done, because we both thought this would take the entire week, like to get a logo done, right? And then it was like 15 minutes, and I remember because we were on like a Zoom call.
Yeah,
like
we were like,
yo, we just
and we looked at each other like, yeah, this is done. Like,
yeah, it was ridiculous, right?
And it was one of those calls where it's a Zoom call, but you're just like looking at each other, and like, oh, the process is done. Like, we're done.
And we're just like, we can't believe we got that done that fast, and we did, right? And then it's been my logo ever since, and I'll never go away with it. I got that fire vintage feel, and it's exactly what I'm looking for. It represents the era I fell in love with basketball. It was perfect, and I was like, wow. And we got that done in 15 minutes, y'all. It was just absolutely incredible / nuts / retarded / just the graphic God's gift, man. Just the graphics God's gift, man. And yes, if new, please subscribe. Welcome to the Lakers family. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. We have over 50 people on Empire Jeff TV. We have over 100 people on YouTube, on Twitter right now. So if you're on Twitter and you're just watching casually, it's your first time discovering, man, follow me on Twitter at EmpireJeff_. Drop a like on the tweet, retweet it, would greatly appreciate it. Drop a like on the video on YouTube, man. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. We also have 3 different versions of memberships. I've got some members only videos coming soon. I'm gonna do vlogging y'all soon. I've already started it. There's gonna be vlogs. It's gonna be members only out in the beginning till I perfect it. Like, I'm newly getting vlogged here. Gonna be me behind the scenes, me at games, Lucky, the family, everything, Empire Jeff TV, just getting to truly know me outside of covering sports. It's gonna be members only. And like I said, I got some Dodger tickets on the way for members. I got a lot of things happening, man. So become a member over an Empire Jeff TV. We got 3 different levels, man, and less than lunch. And you get an entire month of a membership, and you have a chance to win some stuff. And like I said, your most important contribution is your time. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Thank you guys for doing what you do. Chris, chill, bro. My girl is on. Like, what did Chris do? What do you mean? Shout out to OG Roy. Yeah, it's Chris is OG Roy. What up, Laker fan? Good win. Facts. James Caldwell, man. Shout out to you, man. You've been a long time supporter of mine, man. You always show up everywhere.
Yeah.
You be quoting me in places, man. So thank you, man. Like, I know you probably posted this a long time ago.
For real. Yeah.
But no, shout out to you, man. I've seen you quote me in places. I've seen you say having an argument or having a take on something. It's like Empire Jeff says, like, so thank you for incorporating me in your takes, and thank you for trusting me with my knowledge. It's important, man. And guys like you make me a little bit closer to success by tuning in, spreading what I say on here. So I definitely appreciate you, man. Thank you. Bridget says Reeves as 6th man would benefit the team for sure. Yeah, I feel so, man, because I feel like Reeves can play the same way whether he starts or comes off the bench. So if you have a guy that can play the same way whether he starts or come off the bench, you might want to put a guy who comes off the bench in the starting lineup, because then you add to your bench, and the Lakers bench needs to get stronger. And I think that Reeves off that bench helps that. Controversial man said Reeves should come off the bench for sure. There we go. He said Dinwiddie still needs off the bench as a playmaker. Reeves is not a point guard. That's what I'm saying. Thank you for obviously saying that.
Yeah,
I think I think he should be the backup point guard off the bench. I agree with you. So you're right there. Passionate believer. I touched on this, man. Appreciate you, man, bro. Same Laker fans were convinced in 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Same thing. I'll tell you, that logo came together so fast, bro. So nuts. Brandon says Chris is lit. Chris is also always lit on life, man.
Man, don't even give me
yeah. Let me tell you about something, man. Let me tell you something. And let me tell you for those who don't work with artists. I'm gonna tell you this real quick. It's important because anyone who wants to go somewhere in life, you're gonna need to work with artists. And if you don't, you're only playing yourself. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is this: when you are working with artists, rule number one is don't control the artist. You know what I mean? Don't try to control the artist, because an artist is an artist. Let the artist be the artist. Same thing how I said about our logo, the logo that I created for him, that he created. It's very important. He created for Empire Jeff TV. It's very important when you're dealing with artists. And Chris, stop me anytime I stop telling the truth, man. Anytime you are dealing with artists, it is very important that you give them proper direction. Any of those who use Chat GPT or any of these AI forms, you realize your prompts are more important than the actual output, right? Now, not talking about graphics. I'm talking about the world we live in now. It speeds up your workflow by using AI. And you realize that what you use on prompt wise is virtually important. Chris doesn't touch AI. And we're very careful and we're very good in making sure that we never have him linked to AI, because Chris is a true artist. But when it comes to workflow, AI is different. AI can take your email and clean it up. AI can take your bot responses, your auto responses to reviews. It's a very good feature. But what I'm saying is, anyone who's ever used AI, you realize that your response is only as good as your prompt. So when you're dealing with a true artist, your vision has to be communicated. So let's look at these two hats on Chris's head right here, right? When you're talking the Reagan era, when you look at the colors, when you look at the vibe, this is very Ruthless Records, Easy-E, Dare Program. This is very straight out of Compton album when you look at it, right, Chris?
Exactly.
Right? So when you look at this, it's very touching an era. So when you look at this, anyone who went through the Los Angeles Unified School District knows this wave. They know this, like they knew Friday Pizza, like they knew chalupas, like they knew LAUSD coffee cake.
Oh, chalupas. Oh,
yeah, they know. God. They know what this is. Those chalupas were fire. They know what that is. So when you see a hat like that, you immediately touch, which my logo being your NBN on NBC, like I said, you give your artists the vision, they make it reality. So when you look at that hat that he's actually wearing, even more above the top one, the top one is more Dodgers. The bottom one is easy mother effing E. That's Eric Wright. Like you could see it. You look at that hat and you're saying, we want easy. We want easy. You could see it. Woke up late at about noon. Just knew that I had to be in. That's.
Oh, keep going, Jeff.
Yeah, no, you could see it. You could see it. And granted, you could look by the pigment of my skin, the glasses on my face, and that's cool. But I know that era as much as anyone else. And I'm telling y'all, when you see a hat like that, that's coming straight out of Compton. Like you can see it. And so artistic value is important. On the left, it looks.
Well, check this out.
Yeah. See,
and but it's not.
What I'm saying is real quick though. Show the front of the two. Show the front of both. It's the same message, but it's two different vibes. Because the one on the left, you look at that's baseball, that's street, like you can see it. But that one on the right, that's straight Ruthless Records. That is Ruthless Records. You might think it.
Yeah. This right here doesn't say New Era Records.
No, it doesn't. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But turn it to the front. That is Ruthless Records. And
I get you.
Ruthless Records doesn't get the appreciation that it deserves because everyone recognizes it as a failure, but it wasn't.
Oh no.
Everyone talks about Death Row and Aftermath and all that. So you can't call Death Row a success without calling Ruthless a success.
Wow,
even though Aftermath blew up, Ruthless Records was major out here. Major. Eazy-E was major. Bone Thugs and Harmony was major. NWA major.
Man.
Like, you can't even. I am not illiterate. No, not even a little bit. Like, my God, man. Like, you can't even ROC. Like, you can't speak LA hip hop without mentioning Ruthless Records. You can have your feelings about Jerry Heller, and that's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Feelings about him. But the work, West Coast hip hop would not be what it was without Ruthless Records. And I'm going on that all day. And those who weren't out here, and those who don't know that story and think that it started with Death Row or started with Aftermath or Ruthless Records was major. And Eazy-E was that real street dude. He was a dude you just couldn't. Whether you was Inglewood, Watts, South Central, Compton, whatever you was, Eazy-E was that dude. And God bless and rest in peace to Eazy-E. And I cannot believe that he's been dead almost 30 years, Chris.
Wow. No, I don't.
Yeah, he died in 1995, man. He died a year before Tupac died. It's still hard to believe that Tupac's been dead that long.
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, and like I said, so it's like, when I see a hat like that, I recognize not only the era, but you recognize the vibe. And anyone who lived in LA during the LA riots, you know. Benji said, fellas, great to see y'all. Great to see y'all, Benji, man. Thank you for pulling up, man. Is Dan not going post game? Like I said, yeah, he just went to the game tonight.
He went to the game.
Yeah. The Dodgers and Lakers won. Yep, facts. I'm trying to catch him on these real quick. I think, okay, I did this one already. Okay, I'm catching up now where I was. Chris has such cool vibes. Chris is incredible, man. Chris is a winner, man. Full-fledged. This is about us too. We humans. This is about Lakers real life facts, Dante. Appreciate you, brother. Jeff, a truth teller. Why Goofy's hating? Yeah. No, I get a lot of like I said, I do. Of late, I've been gotten a little weird little pocket of people.
All of us, right? All of us.
Yeah. It's been a weird time. We should keep starting because he comes off the bench. Ham forgets he exists. Yeah, and that's the problem. While I feel that Vando should be starting, I get the concern about Ham not using Rui completely. I agree with that. Linda Ramos is a bigger problem than Darvin. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. Linda Rambis has nothing to do with basketball decisions. She doesn't. She works on the business side where Jeannie did prior to having to take over her basketball operations. She works on marketing. She works on these things that don't touch day-to-day basketball roster incentives. Like, they really don't. There is a narrative out there about the Rambises and all these people involved, and it's not really. Now, Kurt is different. Linda, no. That is not. I will tell you this. I'll tell you this. And again, I don't typically do this, man. And
no, you do it, man.
I did it on playback, and this could be played back, and I get it. Playback couldn't. That was kind of lost in the archives. I gave some gems over there. They'll never be heard again, but I understand this could be played back. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. Anyone who's ever stepped down from section 100, touched the floor, went left, went down the pathway that they go to the Lakers locker room, and instead of going left where the Lakers locker room is, they go right. They go about 50 feet and they go left into the bar, not the waiting area where the players' wives wait, but to the left into that bar. Anyone that's ever done that, the Rambis family is known to be in that bar. Okay. I've been blessed enough to be in that bar multiple times. I'm talking players come in there after games, reporters come in there after games, coaches, GMs, owners come in there after games. And I will tell you this. Not only have I been in there with Kurt Rambis and Linda Rambis, but Rambis' son has been in there. And I'll tell you this. They're focused on marketing. They're focused on season ticket holders, taking care of them. They are not talking about day-to-day roster movements. They're not, because it's not what she does. It's not what she does. I think it's unfair that she gets roped into it because she's Jeannie's best friend, but she does not meddle with day-to-day basketball roster activities. She doesn't. And I've been privy to it, and maybe you don't want to believe me, and that's okay. It's okay. But I just mapped out the whole hallway to Staples Center / crypto, and you don't know that unless you've been there.
Oh,
and
man.
What I'm saying is I can tell you the colors of the light. I can tell you when you walk in the bars to the right, the tables are to the left. I can tell you the bartender. I can tell you the expected tip. I can tell you everything about that location.
Tell them again. Tell them again.
I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. I can show you pictures with me bent with Jordan Clarkson on the front of that bar. Like I could show you. Like I'm not kidding. You know what I mean? And I don't typically do this. And if it wasn't for this, I probably wouldn't do this tonight because it's not how I want to be known on here. I will never, no matter how much I've had, give away my media sources. That'll never happen. But anyone who's walked that path will know I'm not lying. They'll know I'm not lying. And I've been blessed to be able to talk my way into being accepted in circles that get me to that level. Because let me tell you, I can't afford front row seats. I can't pay for fourth row seats. But I'm in the bar with people who had fourth row seats. And that's what networking brings you.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
What networking brings you. So, like I said, anyone that's been in there, you know the path I just said, you know I'm not BSing. You know it. Benji says, damn, Jeff, I don't know what that part was from, but I appreciate you. Let's see. I know I'm behind here, man. Jeff, what are your coaching credentials? I'm curious. So I never coached college basketball, but I coach as high as top level AAU. I coached national. I went to Vegas Nationals. I've coached in Las Vegas is where the Nationals were held. I coached in those games. I never won a Western championship, like the face for the AAU overall championship. I never won that. But I won city championships. I won county. I won the city. I won, and not just basketball, but baseball and softball. I took girls, bro. I won a girls softball city championship. You know, so it's like I've coached in multiple levels of sports. But as far as I was an AAU coach, I never coached college. I couldn't pursue it as much as I wanted to, which sometimes bothers me because I feel like if I kept going, I could have been something. I got hurt my senior year of high school playing ball. I was never a great or good, not even like a starter level varsity basketball player. I was never that guy. But I was a very good teammate. I was a very capable guy. I was a smart basketball player, and coaches loved me because I saw the game the way they wanted it played. So I would get minutes because me on the floor led to wins. Yeah, but I wasn't a guy that can drop 30. Never was that. I did average. My assist game was ridiculous. I could get out there.
I already bet. Yep.
If I played 40 minutes a game, I would have led the league in assists. My assists while on the floor were crazy. I could fit a basketball in an area where a basketball only would fit. All right, but well, me,
Jeff, I'm pretty sure you could get me the ball in my spot. And all I got to do is worry about, you know how
finishing.
Yep.
Finish.
I already know that.
That's my game. I'm either red hot or ice cold when it came to shooting. I would make everything or make nothing. That was me. Like it was really weird. I was either on fire, like could not miss, making it from ranges I had no business shooting from, or nothing. Talking like missing layups, missing free throws. Like it was. I missed nothing or I made nothing. That was my game, right?
I could guarantee you the team you're on. Well, if you and I are on the same team, I would make sure that you were on your spots.
You know what I'm saying. I would get you the ball. I knew where you wanted the ball. I knew how you wanted to catch the ball. I knew which part of the ball you want. I knew which part of the ball you wanted to catch. Did you want logo in or logo out? Like I could give you that. And my cross court no look right hand pass was nuts. I would put it on target 10 out of 10.
Emojis for that one. Emojis for that one.
My passing game was ridiculous, but I was never a guy that was going to go out and give you 30. Like I can't front on that. That wasn't me. I didn't have the physical attributes, and then I just constantly got hurt. So that's what led me to coaching though, and I was a far better coach than I was a player. Far better, and I could get out there and I would go up against coaches who won 3 straight state championships and outclass them. I could do that. And it was kind of similar. My coaching rise was very similar to kind of my YouTube rise. Came out of nowhere. No one knew who I was, but they're like, he knows what he's talking about type thing. Right. And that's what it was with coaching. These players would run through a brick wall for me. And I would run through a brick wall for them. We would go. I had players that came from single parent households. I had kids that was living with their grandparents. I had kids that didn't have like anything. Like, and we go out of town and I'd get sponsored by our local Target or whatever it was, and we'd raise this money or I paid out of my pocket, and we'd go out there and we would beat these people, man. And I remember lining up against a team with like a Jordan Farmar. I remember lining up against a team like with Spencer Dinwiddie. I remember going out there and lining up. I remember seeing Paul George play. I remember seeing Kawhi play with over there in Riverside. I remember going against these guys. I remember what it was like to get out there and guard some of these dudes who were like, okay, I remember all this. And my guys would beat these guys. Like, and they had no business doing it. And we would be get to these levels of rounds, and people are like, how'd you get there? And I was like, it's just our culture. Like is what it really is. We would get out there and we played way over our head, literally, because these dudes would have an average height for like 4 inches taller than us. But man, you get a, I'll tell you this right now. And if it got to a point where it wasn't just Latinos, but we started with a whole 1 through 12 Latinos, and we get out there and just their pride. These dudes were backing down from no one. Oh, and excuse me for saying dudes, because my backup point guard was a girl, and she was the best backup point guard in the league.
Can I play for you now, Jeff?
Yeah, and not only, but if anyone fouled her, if anyone knocked her down, the whole team was not having it. And
that's my perfect team.
Yeah. And so one time she broke middle, and when I tell you my backup point guard played like Iverson, she had no fear. No fear. Shout out to Chip, man. Chip is my heart, man, to this day. Chip is Cookie's sister. And Cookie ended up being Lola Bunny in Space Jam 2. Oh. That's Cookie. All right. So and she coaches now high school basketball. She covers women's basketball and NCAA. She has videos all over TikTok of her punking Austin Reeves and clowning, calling him too small and doing all these things. Like Cookie's been, I think you've seen her on my like Cookie and Chip were two kids that I took on and became incredible ball players. And Cookie blew up on TikTok just off basketball. And Chip played for Alabama. She got a scholarship. She played in Alabama, and she went out there. She played Alabama. She played softball and basketball. And Cook was Lola Bunny in Space Jam 2. And when I show you the behind the scenes with her and Braun to this day is still keeps in touch with her. And it's like when I show you, and I'll show you this, some of these lobs, like these things they would throw to Braun, she's like, he catches everything. Like, you can't just throw it in the air. He's gonna get it. Like, it was amazing, the stuff that they showed that Braun was doing on that set. Like, it was, I feel like it gave me a whole different, like this dude was catching lobs that weren't even thrown right, switching to his right hand and throwing it. Like, it was ridiculous. And she would show me this video where they were playing. And it's funny because not only Cookie was Lola Bunny, but shout out to my guy Zach, who was Braun's double. So I knew, because being in the basketball community, a lot of those guys ended up working for Space Jam 2. And I knew a lot of them because of my basketball background. So my guy Zach, so when you watch Winning Time, and that game where Boston is winning, and that guy on the bench for Boston is laughing and pointing at the Laker bench, That's my guy Zach. He was also the guy who was bronze body double in Space Jam 2. So they all end up in movies or shows or whatever, because how many 6'10" dudes are laying around, you know what I mean, that you can go play these roles. So my guy Zach, shout out to Zach, man. He played on the Lakers preseason team with Kobe. He's got all kinds of pictures with Kobe, all kinds of stories with Kobe. And he ended up being bronze body double for the animation in Space Jam 2. And my niece Cookie was Lola Bunny's body double. All the movements and all that was for Space Jam 2. So it's just crazy when you ended up working around this game so much. You end up with people who end up in these films, right? And with these mega stars that we'd only wish to know. I've never met LeBron James, but my niece has and worked with him. You know what I mean? And she was always telling me kind of, but that was her moment. That's her moment, right? I'm not going to hijack that. So it's, but yeah, she ended up being Lola Bunny's essentially animated body double. So all the moves on the court that you saw in Space Jam 2 for Lola Bunny was my niece handling the ball. It's crazy. JSJ, what's going on, my guy? Hey, y'all, another close win. Yeah, great win tonight, man. We needed that. Jeff been around for real. Shit. F it. Give Jeff Darvin's job. No, here's the thing.
For real.
Here's the thing. I consider myself a very good basketball coach. I really do. But but getting out there and coaching NBA talent and guys making $100 million.
Yeah.
It's I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I can do a better job than dudes that are out there doing it, that played in that league. Like, I'm not gonna act like I could do that. You know what I mean? JSJ says, I'm late, but what's up, chat? Thank you for pulling up, JSJ. Appreciate you, man. Micah says, Jeff, how old are you? Because you're looking young, brother. I'm not a young man. I'm
Yes, he is. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I'm in my 40s. You know what I mean? I'm a guy that's been around basketball most of my life. But I will say that I do look younger than I am. I've heard that often. I'm not saying that myself. I'm just saying I've been told that. Yeah, man, I'm in my 40s and I've been around this basketball game most of my life, man. Let's see. One Peruvian guy, Empire, Jeff Jackson. I appreciate you, man. Bridget says, respect for not using your connections to carry you to blow up, because I'm sure you could, but the content will do itself. And thank you for that, because that's very, 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 very important to me. Is I will never be a clickbait guy. I will never be a guy that puts up content just to draw you here and talk about something else. I will never name drop just to big myself up, because those guys that I'm blessed enough to know doesn't get me where I need to go. I still need to deliver that content, right? I still need to be, and Chris, Dan, everyone that knows me behind the scenes, have always heard me say it's strictly about the content. And I've been blessed enough to know a lot of people on high levels of basketball. But the reason I don't bring them on or do anything, and I can't bring everyone I know on because I have the relationship, but they ain't going to do that. Like, that's just what it is. That's just the facts of it. But at the end of the day, I want y'all to trust me. I want y'all to trust my content. I want y'all to believe in my content. I want y'all to be part of my content. I don't want to be the guy that's just known for knowing people. I want to be the guy that, okay, he knows people, but this dude knows his stuff. And that's what I've always wanted to be. And that's why maybe I won't do a video every day. Maybe I don't do multiple videos a day, because I don't feel pressured to just put something out. I don't want to put it out unless I'm giving you something. I don't want you to show up just to give me views. Like, I don't care about that. This ain't my career. I got a career. That's not what I do. And shout out to those who do that, because it's hard work. It is. But me, I ain't gonna do it unless I'm giving you something. Right? And even tonight, I was like, Chris, I don't think I can do a show tonight, man. I'm a little, but I was like, if you pull up with me, let's do it. Yeah. All right.
So far, I think it's been a hit so far.
No, but it's been better than I thought it was going to be. You know what I mean? Because I had no plans of doing a single show tonight. Yeah. The last couple of weeks, I've been focused on spending time with wifey and Lucky and my parents. And
of course, yeah.
And my peoples. And I got a brother-in-law that's getting married. I got my 10-year anniversary coming up. So I got my 10-year anniversary.
I wanted to bring that up before we go away from that. So your 10th anniversary is what, April?
April 5th. Next Fridays. Friday after Easter.
And so mine is a 12th.
Oh, April 12th. Okay, yeah. So it's a special. It's a 10 years, a big thing.
So you see how we're connected, like so much in every other way. You see what I'm saying? Let's go.
No, and that's what it is. So I was focused on. I got competitive of getting to 1,000. I got locked in. I need to, because the amount of people who start a YouTube channel and never reach 1,000 is humongous. And I told myself I'm gonna get 1,000, whether I do this full time, whether I continue doing this, whether I'm going to do this 5 years from now, whatever it is, I'm going to touch that 1,000. I'm going to check that off my list. And I reached it. And I had people that reached out to me like, bro, I've had a channel for like 7 years. I'm still trying to get 1,000. I had people hit me up. I had a channel for 5 years. I'm still trying to get 1,000. And the fact that I did it in like under 4 months, that's not a tribute to me. It's a tribute to you guys for showing up and spreading the word and people doing it. You don't get 1,000 that fast. And I'm not going to take it for granted because I was lucky. I was lucky. Like, don't get me wrong. I know what I'm talking about. And I know I bring something to the table that a lot of people don't bring. So I think people accuse me of being too humble. You know what I mean? I want to touch on that. I'm humble, but I know I'm nice when it comes to talking this basketball talk. I know I'm nice. But at the same time, it's still surreal to me that these amount of people tune in and listen to me. Like right now, I have over 100 people on Twitter and over 50 people on YouTube right now. And YouTube is unforgiving. When I miss time on YouTube, they don't push me out. People don't get notifications. They punish you. But Twitter, for some reason, one way or another, I hit something on Twitter. I hit an algorithm. Like I said, 850 the other night live at one point. But I don't do this for the numbers, even though I'm proud of the numbers. I want to be clear about that. We all look at numbers, but I don't do it for that. I do it to give you guys proper information and display false narratives. That's my approach. And if only 50 people like that vibe, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. But my thing has always been about giving you guys content, something you could be proud of, something that hopefully can put someone thought to their mind. And if I have someone on the panel that disagrees with me, that we can see each other's side and maybe learn something from that. And that's how I've always been. I don't think I know more than anyone on here. I don't think that I'm better than anyone on here. I just think I add my own flavor to it. And that's what I'm trying to bring to baseball next. Because I feel I added my own flavor to basketball. And if I convert people from basketball who don't watch baseball but then do, that's the goal of me. That's a dream of mine. Because baseball was my first love. It was. And y'all know me a lot for basketball, but baseball was my love. And I'm just grateful.
Yeah, you see Big Baby's still here.
Oh yeah, Big Baby. I say Big Baby's one of those people like I said, when I first got started, people would bring me on their shows. Big Baby, Angry Lakers fan, DJ from Lakers in 5. Shout out to my brother Kareem. All these dudes are Lakers in 5. Sorry, I mentioned him already. I'm talking about Lakers Fast Break. All these people who showed me support before I knew what I was, who let me on their channels and speak my way of basketball, and look forward to me coming on, and then treating me like I was a Woj coming on there. I'm not kidding. They would act like what I was saying was law. And I was like, guys, I'm not like this level. What I'm saying is people adapted to my talk of basketball so quick that they started treating me like I was someone on ESPN. And I was like, I haven't earned that yet. You know what I mean? I haven't earned that yet. I still haven't earned that.
Yeah.
I still don't. So I'll hear on Lakers in 5, I shout out my brother Elder, shout out Kareem. They're like, get Jeff up here. Get Jeff up here. I don't feel like I've earned that yet. But they're trying to say if I say it, it's law. And I don't feel I've earned that yet still. I appreciate it and I love it, but I still don't feel I've earned that yet. You get what I'm saying? I still feel like they're crowning me before I deserve it. So while it's incredible, while it's special, while it's impressive that people really think of me like that.
This one's for Angie B.
Yeah, he's looking at his shoe. I love those shoes, Chris. I have a black pair. Yeah. I gotta put my shoes up and one day, man. I've got some fire.
Oh, we about to go crazy if
We
you
need more
do
Empire
that.
Jeff in this Lakers community. Appreciate you, Benji, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. In these Laker trenches, I appreciate you all. So Jeff, no players got heated and tried to PJ Carlissime. You like Sprewell? No. I never. You know what?
Yeah. Talk to them about that.
This is a good point.
Yeah.
This is a good point. I had angry players, Dante. I have players who would be upset. But parents were actually worse than the players. Or their coach on another team. So I was a travel ball team. Or AAU team. So their high school coach would be upset with me for working them on things that was different from their philosophy of what they wanted them to do while they were playing high school ball, right? So they would come in and like, you're having him play this position, but he's this position. I'm like, look, I'm trying to win games here while teaching these guys to thrive in their best roles. Now, we can have a difference of opinion of where you play him and where I play him. But we win a lot more games with him as my 2 as opposed to him as my 3, and you have him as a 3. You're using him out of place. Now, you don't have to buy into my philosophy, but here's the thing. Shout out to Polytechnic High School in Sun Valley, because multiple guys who played on my team were starting players for that varsity team, but I used them much differently. So a guy for Poly, while he played in high school, may average 4 points a game. Shout out to my guy Bibbs, you know who you are. When he played for me, that guy averaged 20, 25 a game.
Oh, I love that.
Because I let him let it fly. Because I know a dead-eye shooter when I see one. And my guy Bibbs, I called him Bibbs for a reason. For those who know. That's what they called Mike Bibby. And my guy Bibbs was going into Long Beach and giving them Long Beach Poly and giving those dudes 40. A dude who's undersized from Guatemala and El Salvador.
At the pyramid?
He was out there giving Long Beach Poly 40 points. Undersized, Latino. From Guatemala and El Salvador, out there hooping. And not just 40 points. My guy had 4 steals.
Let me get his jersey right now.
Number 25, he wore it for Eddie Jones. Like I said, my guy Bibbs, who I've given away a lot of stuff tonight. Right? I've given away a lot of stuff tonight. Who's also the god brother. My point guard was DJ Gay. I don't give names to my team, but I'm doing it tonight. My point guard was DJ Gay. And for those who don't know that, when San Diego State went to the Elite Eight and lost to Tennessee, and then when they made it and then lost to BYU, with Kawhi Leonard on their team, that point guard who hit those 3 straight shots from 3 to make it a game was DJ Gay. And that was my point guard for 10 years. The confidence he had to take that shot and nail it on a national stage.
Man.
He'd been doing that for me for 10 years. So when he was out there, with Ronton, Rayton, with all them dudes out there, Selden, all them dudes out there on SDSU, when Kawhi couldn't make a bucket to save his life because he wasn't ready yet. He was known as a defensive guy, not an offensive guy yet. My guy DJ Gay hit 3 straight 3-pointers against Jimmer Fredette and BYU and almost beat them. That was my guy.
Man.
All right. So what people tell me, so I don't typically do this, y'all. I don't typically do this.
That's all good. That's all good because at that same time I had nephew and a niece graduating from San Diego State. Man. So it's all good. It's DJ all good. So I was
DJ Gay.
I knew about Kawhi Leonard before he was Kawhi Leonard.
Came out of Riverside, got
Yes,
and a lot of people don't know. So a fun fact on this. When DJ was getting letters from Kansas, when DJ was getting letters from UCLA, when DJ was getting all this, my favorite team of all time was the Fab Five. I talked about the Fab Five a lot with my team. It was just a simple fact of the era they grew up in, the stuff they overcame. Shout out to Rob Pelinka. He was on that team.
He was, yeah.
When it came down to DJ picking the team, he picked the team that was coached by the coach who coached the Fab Five.
The Fab Five,
Steve Fisher. Because he was coaching San Diego State at that time. I talked so much about the Fab Five, and DJ went to play for the coach who coached the Fab Five. Crazy, right? So you have impact on these players, and players have an impact on you. And now DJ is coaching one of the biggest. He's coaching Windward in downtown LA. He's coaching one of the biggest basketball programs in LA. More than 20 guys that I coached have gone on to huge careers outside of basketball and in basketball. And I made it out the streets because of that team. So that whole program saved my life, saved a lot of those kids' life. Chip and Cookie came from nothing to college basketball to Space Jam 2. So sometimes it's good to toot your own horn. I don't do it often. I really don't.
Tell them. Hey, you need to tell them, Jeff. Sometimes you need to tell them.
No, sometimes you got to just remind people what you've accomplished. But it's just we went in though when we faced against Pasadena and Westchester. We went up against Westchester. And I'm talking about Westchester had like some of the best players that ever touched the basketball in the city of Los Angeles.
They did. Yes,
and we went against these teams, man. And you had when you went up and played Pasadena, bro, you were playing a team full of bloods. Like you were playing Devin Lanes. You had people in the crowd ready. Like it was nuts, man. And it was like we would get man. It was just what a time, man. What a time to be alive and coaching.
I do have a quick story about Westchester. Okay, it was quick story. So we played this midnight game against Westchester. It was just like random, like everybody's like whoever is available.
Yeah. They're always good, man.
Yeah.
Always good.
And they were like, okay, the custodian's gonna keep the gym open. And the first play, I crossed some dude up, went for a layup, elbowed in the head, and I got elbowed right here. It would not stop bleeding. And they kept bleeding and bleeding. And I didn't tell them to like stop the game. I was just like, damn, I got to stop my bleeding.
Yeah.
And I was just like, your adrenaline is up because you're playing because at that time, I think I'm playing against like some pro leaguers and shit. I think I'm playing against some like big dudes, and it just wouldn't stop bleeding. So I had to finally calm down, sit down, and then maybe an hour later, like I had to go to CVS, and I'm like, I don't want to get stitches, but how can I get? And they were just like, hey, use this what is it called? The super glue.
No, they had the one they used to give you where it was like a liquid Band-Aid. It was a liquid Band-Aid. Yeah.
The liquid Band-Aid.
Liquid Band-Aid was the truth. It would stop bleeding so fast. Way better than a regular Band-Aid. Way better, especially if you caught an elbow on anywhere like around where your forehead would split, or that's what it was. Stop you bleeding so quick.
Yeah. And I will never forget that. And to this day, to me, it was like not even a big issue. It was just like I love playing that competition against like bigger dudes than me. Like they saw, because to me it was like something that I could never go back to. I know I'll never be in the NBA, but I could say like, it don't matter. It don't matter. Yeah.
You play where you play.
I play where I play, and I didn't even stop, and I didn't even care that I was bleeding because I kept bleeding, and I was like going down court to play defense, and I'm like, what's up? Because Jeff, you already know me, Jeff. I'll be like, I don't give a F about nothing.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, and
I could have a bullet in me. I don't.
Yeah,
You gotta kill me. Yep. You're not stopping me. You gotta kill me.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, same type of way.
Yeah.
And but shout out to Passionate Believer, man. I appreciate you, man, for the super chat as usual. I typically scroll down to those immediately and catch you guys. I'm sorry, man. I told you tonight was gonna be a little different. My attention span is a little obstructed tonight. I apologize for that. Let's see. Bridget says Ham is a motivator, but I think Braun needs to be the brain of the team. I think that's fair. Kurt says, everyone please like and subscribe, or Lucky will take over the short rate AirPod. I'm telling y'all, man. So Lucky, I'm building a channel for Lucky, and I'm telling y'all, when I tell you this dude is living the life, just trust me when I tell you this, man, because I think Lucky's channel will be bigger than anything I'm doing for myself. I really do. And I'm only doing this. Everything that is made on that channel is going towards his life. Like I'm telling you, like I take pride in providing dogs a life. Look, I'm gonna tell you this real quick. And I'm only gonna say this just because whether you're a dog guy or whatever it is, whatever it is, when you come home, you can have the best relationship in the world. You could be the greatest dad in the world. You can be the greatest whatever it is in the world. When you come home, there will be no one ever be more excited to see you than your dog when you come home, right? So I have a whole theme built around that. And because I was raised with dogs and because like they've always been part of my life, and I had a dog, his name was Mikey. Man, shout out to Mikey, man. I had Mikey from day one I was born till I was 16 years old. I didn't know a life without him. Didn't know a life without him. And when we had to put him down, I had to go. There's no way I wasn't gonna be there. I was 16 years old. I'm like, I'm going. Like, I got to be there. My dad couldn't do it. He's like, I can't do it. Like, I'm not. He ain't dying with strangers. He going with me. You know what I mean? He going with me. When I tell you this dog would walk me to school and then walk home on his own. When I tell you this dog, I grew up in military housing, the Navy yards on the East Coast. And this dog would get out and he would go steal carne asada or like roast people off their grill, Chris, and bring them back to like, hurry up, open the door. I scored. Like he would come in like my mom one time, my dad came home off a trip to Japan. And my dad was gone for like 6 weeks. And my mom and another sailor's wife made this like strawberry cheesecake, I think it was. And they put it in the kitchen. They went in there. They closed the door, like, you know, those old school like sliding doors, right? Like not a regular door, but one you slid from a hallway door, right? And they fucked up. They messed up though because they left Mikey in the room, in the kitchen by mistake. So they went to open the door to show him the cheesecake, and Mikey had like was in just there was no cake. The cake was all over Mikey. He ate the whole cake, right? So it was like, I remember to this day when I had to go put him down and like brutal, man. And while I had Mikey, I had another beagle. My mom had a beagle when she was a kid. I had a beagle when I was like a teenager. And that dog died in my lap on the way to the vet to put him down. Died in my lap. And I've been wanting a beagle ever since. And so it was Lucky, right? So it was like, anyone who's ever had a dog, you know the personality. You know, and Lucky's personality, bro, this dude is like, he's not normal. He is not normal. And that's why. So that's why I'm gonna make a whole thing about it. And because he brings joy to my life, joy to my wife's life, joy to my family's life. And so there's gonna be a whole thing on him. And I've already got a lot of content. But I'm telling you what I tell you, what I've already had him in. Y'all, Lucky has done ride-alongs with police already. Like he's done, like Lucky has been places, and Lucky's got videos with celebs already. Like Lucky has made his way into areas already that I couldn't find myself, right? So I'm telling you, it's gonna be really, really cool when I finally put this out. And it's just joy. I guess what I'm saying. Right? It's just joy. Because when you give something to something, when you're giving something, whether it's your child, whether it's your parents, whether it's your wife, whatever, when you give someone or something the best life that they can get, there's something so special about that. And that's what it is with it. So it's like I take pride in giving my dogs the best life they can get. And if you guys have watched my show long enough, you already know what Lucky. You already know who Lucky is, right? You already know. You've seen him snatch my mic. You've seen him run off with my camera. You've seen him pop up on a show. You've seen him back there. Chris is multiple. Oh, I see him. I see him. Like when he's not even like trying to be part of the show. Chris has seen him. Like he's seen him climb up here and just look straight at the camera and then disappear. Like he knows what the camera is already. It's crazy. So shout out to this is a long rant, but shout out to y'all who take care of your pets, who take care of your dogs. Don't just throw them in the backyard to be a floodlight. Like make them part of your family. And we only have them for a short period of time, and they bring so much joy to your life when you do it right. And that's what I'm trying to get across. That's all I'm trying to get across. And I take so much pride because my wife was never a dog in the house. Didn't come from a dog in the house family. To her, it wasn't something that happened. And now I go to lay down and I don't even want to spot my own bed because Lucky is there laying away.
I bet. Yeah, I bet.
You know, and it's like she went from no, a dog is only for outside to like I don't have a spot to lay down because it's her and him in there and he's taking over everything. So that brings joy to my heart.
Yeah,
that brings joy to my heart. You know what I mean? So shout out to it. But I want to touch on this because this is very important here. Latinos are all heart for real, for real. And I want to touch on this. Because being as someone who grew up in nothing but Spanish neighborhoods my whole life, whether it be Brooklyn, whether it be Pacoima.
Oh, say that again.
Yeah, Pacoima. Like
you're already official right there.
Yeah, I've grown up in Spanish neighborhoods my whole life. My wife is Latina. She is one of 10 kids.
Wow.
I have multiple brother and sister-in-laws. I have multiple nieces and nephews. Like I have my father-in-law has at one point had as many as 3 jobs at once. Like, so this is all facts. Latinos are all heart, and the grind. So when I had a basketball team full of Latinos, it caught the attention of getting our first 6'8" guy, our first 6'4" guard, our first because of the way they played, the heart, the energy, the effort. You ain't gonna beat a Latino, man. You're not gonna beat them. You're gonna win, but you're not gonna beat them with what they said with heart. You may be more physically gifted, but as far as that effort, that work ethic, that get up every single time,
every day, yeah.
Because I'll tell you this right now, every Latino I ever partied with, I could sleep my ass until 10 a.m. They were still up at 6. They was still up at 6, bro. Like there's nothing stopping them from getting what was next. They could party all night and wake up and knock out a 12-hour shift like it was nobody's business. Shout out to Latinos in the building, man. That's a 100% fact. Ham is a motivator, but I think Braun needs to be the brain of the team. I think that's fair. I think we trying to
fair.
Everyone, please like and subscribe. Or Lucky will take over the show and rate it. Everybody, okay, I think we touched on that. What's good, Sweeney? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you. We are amazing. Are you being good tonight? Yeah. Like I told you, man. I told y'all tonight what tonight was going to be. It's going to be a little different. For those who found us for the first time tonight, we're a little bit more goofy than usual, a little more playful. Yeah. I'm usually much more tactical, much more dialed in, much more, I guess maybe the word is professional, but this wasn't planned tonight. The playback wasn't planned tonight. I'm giving y'all a different little kind of little different vibe tonight than I usually bring. Like I said, we on camera tonight. We vibe like it's a whole different. Chris has seen me, all different levels. When I do my channel, I'm usually pretty much staying in my lane. I stay in my vibe. I stay in what it is. So, which I could definitely do tonight if someone asks a question on that level. But I felt like tonight, I don't know. This was like a weekend where I just was like letting loose a little bit all this weekend. I've been partying all weekend.
It was a celebration, bitches.
Yeah, it's a celebration. I've been partying all weekend, man. I had some good things happen this week, man. Yeah. And I celebrate my wins. I don't brag about them. I don't rub it in. I ain't out here telling no one what that win was.
Right.
I celebrate my wins, man, because
and Jeff, I've learned to keep certain wins within myself. It doesn't mean that the whole family has to know that.
No. You can
Yeah.
celebrate when everyone know what the win was. I just kind of win. That's all it is. You don't gotta. I'm not a bragger. I'm not someone who brags on anything. But
Yep.
but
Love
but
it. Love
but
it. Jeff.
anytime I did something that secures something more for my family, I'm gonna have fun with that. I'm gonna have fun with
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
Hell
Because
yeah.
I work very hard and make a lot of sacrifices. I show like
Hell
bro,
yeah.
I've had 22-hour days, bro. Like I've shown up
Yeah. Right.
taking quick naps. You guys have seen me the other day where I went to y'all chat, hustled me. They got me, and they got me to work the Dodger game at 3 a.m. when it was 11 p.m. stream. I went, took a couple hours. You text me, you're like, yo, if you get up, I'm up. Like, remember you told me, like,
Hell yeah. I was
you know,
like,
and then you
yeah.
text me and make
You
sure I
up?
was up, right? And I was like, no, I'm gonna do it, like, right. And then that was a day that I worked 12 hours, came home, I did my thing, did my show, took Lucky on a 3-mile walk, right? Came home, did the show, got hustled by the chat, took a 3.5 hour nap, came in, did a 3.5 hour game for the Dodgers at 3 a.m. Then tried to take a 2 hour nap, but I couldn't because Lucky was like, okay, no, you up, I'm up. Right now, he was
Okay.
like,
Okay. Let's put this out there. Since we did that, Jeff, I got your ticket. Let's do a Laker game. A Dodger game.
what do you mean?
Well, I'll fly into California.
Oh yeah, no, that's no problem.
Yeah.
I've got some stuff.
Okay.
I'm about to be tied into a lot of stuff with the Dodgers, man. So
Okay.
yeah, for sure. We will absolutely do that. And
Oh yeah.
let's look at when the Dodgers are in Arizona, and I'll come out there, right?
It
So
that
I already
doesn't
told
even
you,
matter.
I'm coming out. I'm coming
Yeah.
out like me and you. We already told you, like I already told you, like you already know what it is. Like I'm gonna come out, like I'm gonna have Chris meet me. Like I want to fly out. We're gonna have some beers. We're gonna work on some Court King stuff. We're gonna work on some Chris stuff because I'm
Man,
very
we're not gonna
invested
work
in.
on nothing, man. We're gonna get loaded and have a
Well,
good time.
I could work while loaded. Like I said, what I'm saying is, I'm very invested in growing your brand too.
I know.
The graphic guy brand is very important to me. So we're gonna grow that brand, and like I said, I'm gonna take multiple trips out there where we build that, and we're gonna do that, and it ain't gonna be nothing towards me. It's gonna be 100% towards you, and because one, I think it's needed, not just for you, but we're not gonna deprive the people of this artwork. And it's going to be outside of just what we create for Court Kings. This is going to be overall artwork. And I'm telling you, man, he's the best I've ever seen to do it. And because of that, I like being around greatness. I like being part of greatness. I don't have to make a damn thing out of it. You know what I mean? I just need greatness to be great. And I need to get greatness out there amongst the masses. And I'm going to take the challenge. And I'm telling you guys this right now. It is my goal to make Chris the biggest graphic designer in the world. And he's got the talent.
We're already on our way there. So
yeah. So he's already got the talent. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is it's now about getting him out there amongst other things. He's going to continually to be everything for Court Kings. That's without a shadow of a doubt. But I'm trying to say, like I'm saying, like I don't want Chris working for a company. I want Chris working for Chris. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm going to that's what I want to be part of delivering. You know what I mean? I want to be part of that. So when he said, what's good, Serge, Jeff, Chris, Jeff, bless up to y'all. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for showing up.
Love you.
He said, well, love it. Appreciate you. We love you too, man. Serge, I respect you, bro. Don't destroy me. Yeah, you got to be careful, man. Don't disrespect Serge because he will destroy you, man. One Peruvian guy. What's up, brother, man? Says, I believe in Serge, but Serge doesn't believe in me. No, Kurt, that ain't true. Serge does believe in you because you got that wrench because Serge baptize you. So Serge absolutely believes in you, man, without a shadow of a doubt, man. And yeah, Serge, we are brothers for sure, man. That's my guy right there, man. I'm telling you, before I was ever anything, before anyone knew who Empire Jeff, who anybody knew who Jeff was, Serge was preaching me, man. Wow. I'm telling y'all, man, like Serge was the first guy out there pushing my name, pushing my craft more than anyone. Like more than anyone. It was Serge. And that's why I told him he's the first person I ever gave a wrench to. He's the guy I reached out to Dan. I was like, you got to give Serge a wrench. Like, you got to let him be your moderator. And I'm the smallest channel that Serge has by far. But he's still here. He's still here because Serge believes in me. You know what I mean? And he always has. And he's always shown me love. And so because of that, like I said, I will always be grateful for that, man. Serge and Angie are my sisters. He's trolling. I love you, Jeff TV. The good, the kind comments. Nah, we love you, man. He said they're both my sisters. That freaking killed me, man. And he started. Here we go. I'm catching up, y'all, man. I'm sorry. We're gonna do some rapid fire. PG might leave. Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now. You're talking about PG, Paul George, right? Look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm going to tell you right now.
Tell us.
I've been giving y'all a little bit of gems on that. I don't typically do this.
Tell us.
I don't know if I want to do this. No, I'm not going to do this, but I'm going to tell you this.
Wait, no, I got to sit up for this.
I'm going to tell you this. At a point in my AAU coaching, when you were doing ARC, swoosh tournaments, all these different things, you get regions. And my region ended up with Palmdale. Okay. And let's just say referees, coaches, family members of players who I also coached. I didn't necessarily become close with those players because they were all-star events. So you didn't have a chance to really build up the chemistry with them. But if I gave y'all a list of NBA all-stars that actually have sat on my bench, it's pretty dope. But they weren't my players. They weren't on my travel team. It was all-star. It was like, right. But I spent weeks with them. Okay. Now, in those weeks, I didn't necessarily always build a bond with I did build with some players, but sometimes it wasn't a player. Sometimes it was their sibling. Sometimes it was their parents. Sometimes it was their coach. Sometimes it was the referee who covered that tournament. Sometimes it was the guy covering a local tournament for a paper before they became someone else, before their career took off. Sometimes you're sitting here and you're meeting two incredible parents from North Hollywood, players that all went to the NBA and that went to UCLA, and you still talk to them today, and they're multi-millionaires, and their children have 3 times taken them over. They're still living in the same family house. They're still humble as can be. They're still God-fearing, faithful people, and they're still kind as can be. And they're still rocking that holiday name proudly like they did when they went to Campbell Hall or UCLA. And sometimes you build relationships with these people, and maybe you weren't as close to the player at the time, but you became real good with their family. So they had no choice almost but to take you in at some point, right? So what I'm saying is, for those who coach, for those who play, for those who career take them a different path other than the NBA, there is a long career in this sport outside of just that. There's a lot of giving back to this game outside of that. There's a lot of relationships outside of that. And so sometimes when I'm up here talking or doing this and I say I've reached out to people, sometimes if y'all only knew the people I reached out to, and I don't brag about it, I don't drop names. Tonight, you're all getting a little different taste than usual. But this ain't going to probably happen again. But what I'm saying is, there's a lot of people who came from my neck of the woods that as long as you just don't be a jerk, as long as you ain't a clown, they rock with you because you're in those trenches with them when back in the day. Or you looked out for them one time, or you when they before they were millionaires, you got 4 more of their family members into a tournament that didn't have tickets, right? Or you added them onto a bus when they didn't have transportation, or you got them that hotel rate. Like, there are things you do when you coach basketball where you end up with plugs and connections that a lot of people don't have. But you just take care of people for the right reasons. Not just because their son or nephew is a good ball player, but because they're good people and you want to get them in. You want them part of your traveling party. You want them to be one of your chaperones. And sometimes that one person you took care of all of a sudden, they're a lead scout for an NBA team. Or that one person you let cover your point guard who was going somewhere when they were barely coming up. Nah, I'm gonna pull this back real quick. I ain't gonna do that. But all of a sudden, there are no name in sports for news. But you gave them an insight to someone who then gave them an insight to someone else. And you were that bridge. So when you reach out for an assist, they look out for you because you look out for them before they had a name. And I ain't gonna say no names on that because I ain't gonna do that. But I'm telling you, man, the way this works, when you do right by people and you take care of people, when you take care of people when no one's looking, those people, when they become something, they don't forget that. They don't forget that. They don't forget that. I'm very comfortable with saying this. I have been dragged out of a Hollywood street after a riot broke out after shout out to Ron Artist's people, man. Like I have been like
say it, baby,
by some NBA circles in some certain situations. In 2004, the All-Star game, bro. Anyone who knows that who went to that All-Star game and then went and tried to party in Hollywood after knows what that situation was like. If it wasn't for Ron and his people, I don't escape that. You know what I mean? Like, it was wild. I got my ass beat. I got shot with rubber bullets. I got beat. I cracked 2 ribs. Like, it was crazy out there that night. And I was on Fountain at a Shell gas station, could barely walk, and they threw me in the back of their truck and they got me out of there. And I'm telling you, relationships matter in every aspect of what it is, man. Dan Inspiration said Reeves off the bench and Dinwiddie start with D'Lo. I like Reeves off the bench. I like Dinwiddie off the bench as a point guard. I would prefer to start Max. It would be my opinion to do that. Warriors lose, the world wins. That's a fact. Dan Inspiration says those fans need to be put in jail. Yeah. Those fans broke and be mad they lost parlays, so they have time for nonsense. Yeah, facts. Jeff, I have an important basketball question. What do you think of Kendrick taking shots at Drizzy? And okay, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna talk about this because we talked about this a little bit. I think we talked about it a little bit on Playback when we was talking about hip hop and stuff, right? So here's the thing, and I'm curious to see what you guys think in the chat about this, and I'm curious to think about my take on this. So when I tell y'all, man, hold on, where was I just at? What just happened here? Oh man, I took the chat off. Hold on.
Take your time. People want to hear this. Take your time.
Damn it. What did I just... Hold on. I'm trying to... Damn it. Did I not? Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. So I'm part of like StreamYard's beta program. So sometimes they throw things in the middle of a stream and it causes havoc. Hold on. Okay, I think I'm... Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to get back to where that was. Okay, here we go. Okay, I got it. Okay, so I want to touch on this. I'm curious to see where you guys are at with this, okay? And I'm a major, not only just hip-hop, but overall battle rap in general, right? So I'm curious to see what you guys, and I'm not gonna stick too long on this. We can go if people continue on with it, right? But I'm gonna just touch on this real quick. It's my opinion, and it's just my opinion, that was kind of just like a little sample. Kendrick, I wouldn't even call that a diss track. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't call it a diss track. I would call it as an aware track. I think if they respond, I think Kendrick has it ready. And I think he's going to fully unload. And I will say this, and I'm perfectly fine with you guys disagreeing or agreeing, whatever it is. But when you talk about that big three, if you want to call that the big three, when Kendrick said F the big three, it's just me. I agree. I think Kendrick is the best of those three. Drake is probably most built for a battle because Cole really ain't been in them like that. Drake has been, while Drake is the least level of lyricist in that threesome trio, I guess you could say, he's more battle tested, right? But I challenge anyone to drop me a J. Cole quotable. I challenge y'all to do that. Now, Kendrick, I'm telling you guys this right now. The narrative today, if you let Twitter tell it, was that no one listens to M or Kendrick. That's insanity. Insanity. People always say that no one in the hood listens to Eminem. Last time I checked, Detroit is as hood as it gets. Last time I checked, Detroit is as hood as it gets. They listen to Eminem in Detroit. And I'm gonna tell you this. You can choose to believe me or not. Look at me at the screen. You probably don't believe it, but I've been and grown up and been in the hood all my whole life. My whole life. I've been on cars on the way to go get in some trouble. I've been cars escaping trouble. I've been in cars just cruising, chilling. I've been all over the place. I've heard plenty of people listen to Eminem in plenty of people from the hood listen to Eminem. I've heard it plenty of times. Plenty of times. And because I've been giving y'all some things all night, I'll give you a couple more. And again, this ain't really what I do. But tonight's just been one of those nights.
It is. Let it loose. Let it loose.
Now, I don't know anyone more hood in the game than DMX. I don't know anyone that's more hood than a dude from Yonkers, New York, who slept in a caged off adjacent with his dog Boomer and had to steal food to feed his dog. I don't know anyone more hood than DMX in hip hop. I just don't. Anyone that's ever been to New York or been around New York and ever been through the city of Yonkers, I don't know anyone more hood than DMX. I don't know anyone more hood than Darkman X. And that same crew that I told you about that did that Dying for Dolly, that was supposed to be Dying for Dolly, that ended up being in the mix by Usher, that was supposed to be DMX in that lead role, and how we met DMX at Dublin and all that. I just barely touched on that. But I didn't touch about how I was in the studio with DMX the night he recorded the Go to Sleep verse with Eminem dissing Ja Rule. I was there. I watched that get recorded in Hollywood, in a studio above a Staples, in a parking lot that was across the street from an apartment building, who was tripping and getting wild because his remote control cars were too loud at 2 a.m. And you want to talk about a great story? My guy Francis, who was Little C from A Bronx Tale, the kid from Kazam, all this, they get into it with this apartment building, and DMX and Francis are talking trash to these guys, and they had nothing else to do but empty their produce drawer in their fridge. They started launching stuff out of their apartment at DMX and Francis, and an apple flies across a parking lot, and Francis is like, "Yo, they throw this," and it hits Francis in the head, blows up on it's all because DMX is out there racing his cars at 2 a.m. at a Staples parking lot that the studio happened to be above. Then we leave after all that. A lot of stuff happened in between that I'm not going to touch on because it was crazy. But we leave and we are on the 2 freeway, the 2 between the 5 and the 210. We're on the 2 crossing by Glendale City College. And DMX had the car that was in Die Another Day. It was that old school. The car that was in that movie was his actual car, and it broke down on the freeway. And we're sitting there, and X is like, whoever pulls up to save me, I'm giving them like $5,000. Whoever pulls up. Some dude pulled up. A dude pulled up, jump started the car, Didn't know who X was. He had no idea who he was helping. And X was like, I told my people I was going to get 5 Gs to anyone who helped me. And the guy was like, no, I did this because I wanted to do a good deed. It's the right thing to do. Give it to charity. He had no idea who DMX was. And he turned down the money. And then DMX gave the money to charity. It was crazy. But he jump started the car. We got out of there. We went back to La Crescenta over there where the house was we were going to. But that car, I think it was Die Another Day. What was that, the movie it was called? Die Another Day? What was it? Where he was like, he had that old school car in it. That was the car he was driving that night. And it's crazy. Like, so when they say that people from the hood don't listen to Eminem, everyone that DMX was with was bumping Eminem that night. And DMX is as hood as you get in hip hop. As hood as you can get. So people are tripping, man. People are tripping. However, I will say this. I will say that Drizzy nor Cole want anything to do with Kendrick. They don't. Because K-Dot ain't to be messed with. It's quality over quantity when it comes to K-Dot. He don't maybe release as much as them. But I'll tell you this right now. The last couple of Drake albums was not all that. They really weren't. Now, Cole's a beast. But Kendrick is different, y'all. Every Laker fan is saying, why was AD and Braun sitting in the fourth? Yeah. I heard you. Search all that bag, blue wrenches, respect. Yeah, Search is the king, man, up in here, man, for sure. Bridges says the Lakers announced they weren't going to hang it, but the NBA forced them to. That's a fact. And the Lakers came out and said they weren't going to hang it. But the problem was the competition committee already had an agreement that whoever won was going to do something special for it. So the Lakers had no say in it. They really had no say in it. And I know that people want to make fun of them for doing it, but the Lakers would not have hanged that just on their own. Like, that had to be something that the league like enforced. Wait, you in the way back? STFU. Wait, you in the way back? Yeah. I like that Stella you stepping on. Yeah, man, I like Stella. I like Belgian beer, man.
I can't wait to see next year who, if another team wins it, who hangs a banner.
Yeah. Because they're going to.
Right.
Again, it sucks when it's the Lakers and like they want to make fun of everything, but it comes with it, man. Heavy be the head that wears the crown, man. It just is what it is, man.
Say that again.
Yeah, Dinwiddie is much more athletic than you think. That's a fact, Bridges. I'm telling you, he can finish around the rim with power. He's got explosiveness. I told you this when I got him. I watched Spence play since he was 9 years old, yo. I know his game inside and out. Free Mind says the bubble was harder than people gave it credit for. The conditioning was off on the players because of the limited resource, and it had to play in the off season, which no player was used to doing. Yeah, telling y'all, man. Lakers Dodgers for life. What's going on, brother? He said, thank you for blessing us with your knowledge for a couple of hours. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you. And I'm telling you, this wasn't intended tonight. This really wasn't intended tonight. And thank you for Chris for helping me get through this tonight, man. One proof me and I said Dale. Like Jeff the plug. Look, like I'm telling you, man, I will never be a newsbreaker. I will never be that because it's never my story to tell. I will cover something that I had instinct on that I asked them. And if they confirmed it, then I'll run with it. But it's never me. I will never take something they tell me and run as my own information. I will never do that, right? But if I'm kind of suspicious about something and I pick up on something, which I do often, and I ask them and they confirm it, and they're like, go, because it was your suspicion. I just confirmed it. And then that's fair game. That's different, man. Dan Inspiration said, if D'Lo leaves, you think Lakers are going to try to get Kyrie? No. No, I don't think D'Lo is going to leave. And no, the Lakers could try. They want to get Kyrie. Mark Cuban will never trade him here. That's just my opinion. Bridges says, at this point, Jeff probably gone straight to Andrew Friedman. Like I've got a really, really good Dodger plug. But I definitely have no influence, right? I done whatsoever. Servants of hey Elder, what's going on, brother? My guy Elder in the building, man. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for pulling up. I hope you're doing well. I got to talk to you, man. I reached out. I saw everything that's kind of saw what was going on. I reached out to Kareem, told him to reach out to you. I wasn't really sure what was going on. We need to talk. I got to see what's what. You're heavily supportive of everyone. We've had entire shows trying to raise money for someone's cause, and you've dumped your whole wallet to cover the whole cause and not even wait for everyone else to do it, right? Like, you've been that dude who stepped up. You've sent me multiple cash apps, multiple super chats, member to my channel, like, amongst others. So if there's anything what you're going through right now, Elder, and I don't know all the details, and I'm not I'm not one to talk another man's business. All I'm saying is, I reached out to Reem, and if there's something that you need an army for,
we're right here.
yeah, you just let us know, brother, because you've been a one-man army for a lot of people, for a lot. And sometimes that needs to be, not sometimes, all the time, that needs to be reciprocated. Not just when things go bad, but most importantly when things go bad. So if something is going on, and I'm not gonna pretend to be the expert on it or know it, and I hope you're still in here because I know I probably got to this late. But let us know, brother, what it is you need, because we here, just like you've always been for everyone else. We want to be here for you. It's important because you're the first person to always. I've been there on Kareem's channel when he's bringing someone on that's going through hard times, and he's like, "We trying to get him 200, like whatever y'all can put in," and you directly give the 200, directly, and took that weight off of everyone else having to do it. I've still sent in those moments, but you covered the whole bag.
Wow.
And you don't even know the dude. You don't even know him.
Wow.
Didn't even know him. And you still covered it. And that's what heroes do. That's what heroes do. You change people, you've changed people's lives. And there's plenty of people out here who may not. We all talk basketball. Maybe there's people who disagree with my takes. Maybe there's people who disagree with Elder's takes, Kareem's takes, Chris's takes, all of our takes. That don't matter. We just talking ball. That's sports. That ain't real life. You can disagree with our takes all you want, but you can never agree with someone's batting average when it comes to showing up. And when it comes to showing up, this guy right here is batting 1,000, y'all. Batting 1,000. So again, I'm not entirely sure what's going on. But I'm entirely sure that that my help is needed, I'm there. Like, I'm telling you that right now. So because Elder has always shown up and shown out for complete strangers. Complete strangers. So I invite y'all to go check out his channel, see what's going on. And if you find it in your heart to help our brother, then do so. I know I'm gonna, for sure. Because like I said about Search and about someone supporting me before anyone knew my name, Elder had a heavy name in these YouTube streets. He's been known in these YouTube streets. He's been celebrated in these YouTube streets. He's been challenged in these YouTube streets. But he accepted me as family, like literally the first time we talked. He damn near didn't even make me pay dues. He just took me in and showed support and showed love and showed up and sent me Cash App and super chats and became a member and pointed people to my channel. When I was trying to get to 1,000, he went on Showtime's channel and said, Empire Jet's trying to get to 1,000. Come over here now. Him and Reem, like, he didn't have to do that. You don't got to do that. So Elder has done a ton of stuff that benefited others, that cost him money, and never bragged about it. And that's just what's been seen publicly. I've been made privy to stuff he does behind the scenes that he'll never brag about. And guys like that, you gotta take care of. So again, I don't speak on other men's business. I don't assume anything. Because honestly, I don't care. what's going on. All I care about, if our brother needs help, we give help. That's it. That's it. That's how I see it. Because he's always supported me blindly. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the same. So I encourage y'all, head over to his channel. Elder, let us know what's the best way to help, what we got to do. And because like I said, you're the first person to reach into your pockets to put in another man's pockets when you don't even know him. And I don't care what someone's basketball take is. I don't care what their favorite team is. I don't care who their favorite player is. I don't care what their favorite era is. I don't care what their favorite color is. I don't care what religion they are. I don't care what they look like. I don't care nothing. Nothing more than seeing when someone shows up for a stranger. Because that shows you, they may show up for a stranger, but that shows you who that person is. 10 out of 10. And Elder's that dude. So like I said, I'm not asking anyone to sit up here and agree with anyone's type of takes or this, that, and the third, because we all got our opinions. But you've all seen me, man. When Dan got demonetized, you saw me, man, up here rocking that Cash App logo, telling you don't donate to me, donate to him. Y'all see me, same with Big R Sports. Y'all see me do this whenever any of our peoples is hurting. But when you talk about a dude who goes heavy, I'm telling you, bro, I've seen Elder come out with like $200 on someone he didn't even know. He didn't even know him. But he saw the guy telling the story on Kareem's channel and he took care of him. Bang. Bang. Done. That's not fake. That's not for clicks. That's not for likes. You don't even got a basketball channel. So, anyways, I don't even know if you're still in here, Elder. But we got you, brother. We got you. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you, man. Brandon says Max has such terrible turnover. He does. He's 20 years old. That's going to come with the territory. But the numbers don't lie when he's on the floor, Brandon. They don't lie. Kane Carter says lineup should be D'Lo, Max, Braun, Rui, AD, bench, Dinwiddie, Reeves, Vando, Wood, Hayes. That's a perfect rotation. Healthy. You throw gay random spurts to shock teams. Yeah, no, I wouldn't mind that at all. He says Rui was doing good on Siakam in the first half, not as much in the second. I hope Rui can get more boards, at least 6-7 a game. He's too athletic not to. I agree with you. It's just Rui's in that weird redundant role, you know what I mean? And he's very good offensively, but you know, he can't guard threes. He's not big enough to really guard fives. He's not four. He's just in that weird spot. But I agree with you what you're saying. And I don't hate on your lineup either. Is Dinwiddie a surprise point of attack defender? He's better than D'Lo and Austin for sure.
Yeah,
he's a better defender than people think because he has the physical. Again, Austin Reeves gives the effort. He just doesn't have the physical attributes.
Exactly.
If Austin had some of the physical attributes of someone like a Max Christie, someone like, even if he had D'Lo's body, the length, like Austin would be a good defender because his effort is there. He just don't have the physical attributes. Spence has the physical attributes, and when he's not out there having the focus on offense, he can give you more on defense, which is the same thing I told you about Christian Wood. Like Christian Wood, I told you he has a chance to be like a Miles Turner for us. I really believed that, and he was to start the season. He was. Richard says March Madness showing some pretty good big Aaron Bradshaw. Okay, yeah. March Madness was crazy, man. I was watching, so I was in the middle of like a pretty big Zoom call at work during that Colorado and the Colorado game and then the Yale game, and they were both side by side. And I missed my whole point of the call because I was so locked in on that game.
For real?
Wow. Bro, I was on that call for an hour. They never said my name. Not once.
Wow.
I didn't even have to be on a call. I was there in case they needed me, right? And then, of course, the point they needed me was in the final 30 seconds of 2 one-possession games in March Madness. And I told him, sorry, y'all, like I dipped out to see the end of this game. And like there was like 40 people on that call, and only like 12 were paying attention at that time, right?
Right. Doesn't that always happen though?
Huh?
Doesn't that always happen?
Yeah, I'm like, why are you guys having a call right now, bro? Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Why are you trolling us like this?
Mm-hmm.
We are going to get bounced if we face the Kings in the play-in. Here's my thing. Here's my thing.
Okay.
Here's my thing. Okay, I'm going to touch on this. Although AD has given us nothing to show us over the last 5 games against Sabonis that we should trust him. I'm going to tell you this right now, and I could be wrong, and you guys can clown me if I am. If we get a 1 game against Sacramento, I'm telling y'all AD's dropping 40, y'all. I'm telling you right now. I have nothing to stand on with this. I have no proof to say, look at this. This is why. I have nothing to give you other than I just trust him in that moment to be like, F this. I'm tired of his narrative.
Yes.
I'm shutting this down here and out, and I'm sending this MF home.
Yes. I'm not. He doesn't want that on his record saying I went home because of that. I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now that I don't think anyone who's spilling that narrative believes that Sabonis is better than AD. AD just hasn't shown up. But I will tell you, the 0-10 is BS. That's back to when he was on OKC and all the when he wasn't even playing. It's really been like the last 5 games, really, right? Which is not great. But I feel that AD in that 1 game winner go home situation, while they have multiple, I will continuously say the Lakers do not have a Sabonis problem. They have a De'Aaron Fox problem. Now, y'all can agree with me or disagree with that. He said De'Aaron Holmes looks like a clean big as well. Hope they fall or Pels don't like the pick. I think the Lakers will have their pick this year. I think the Pels will elect to take the 2025 pick, to be honest with y'all, man. But if Dito leaves this summer, it's nice to know we got Din to manage our point guard. I hear you. But I don't think D'Lo leaves this year. I don't believe. He said Lucky is a star. Yeah, Lucky's a superstar, man. Lucky's a superstar, man, for sure. Damn, I wish I was lucky. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Like, look, like I could talk about. I'm telling you, this channel's about to be something. I'm not, because it's getting to a point where like I talk to him so much on my channel. This guy needs his own. You're gonna get it, and it's not just gonna be covering it. Like it's gonna be like I got like you're gonna see. Lucky is and everything that gets raised off that channel is not just gonna go towards him. It's gonna go towards like rescue dogs, and my whole like my whole thing is about getting dogs in homes, right? Because I've had dogs my whole life and the impacts they've made on my life. It's a very big passion of mine, and I'm working on some things that where I have a sponsorship that doesn't go towards me or the channel, but goes towards these foundations. So and I know Dan's very big on dogs too. So like, I'm really, really, really trying to. Dogs are so important in our lives, man. They really are, and it adds so much joy to my life. And there's been times where I was in a really dark place in my life, and the only thing I had was a dog, like to get me through it, because their joy and they and their love and their. So I'm very, very, very pro dog, and not just my own dog, like, because I've also seen people who have had dogs, didn't have the money for what type of medical thing, and had to put them down too early, and that breaks my heart. So pet insurance is very important, especially when you get them young. You can pay as little as like $40 a month. It's less than lunch between 2 people in today's times. And I'm talking like major surgeries that cost $5,000-$6,000. You don't pay anything. It's very important. So I'm trying to raise a lot of awareness about that. So I'm getting with I'll say it. I'm working on something with MetLife, and that's going to benefit. It's already benefited Lucky and other dogs. And I want it to benefit to our entire community, because the biggest sponsor, the biggest thing that I would ever be more proud of than anything I'll ever do on YouTube is dogs' lives being saved. Like, there's nothing going to bring a bigger smile to my face. And to be part of that, I'm extremely excited about the potential of being part of that. And I'm already working on it. And we're gonna have drives. I'm gonna give tickets. Like, it's gonna be a whole thing. I'm telling you, I'm working on something big, and it's all about making sure that someone doesn't have to make a decision between paying their rent or paying to save their dog's life. It's very important to me, and because I've been in that, I've been there, and I've had to choose the dog's life over my rent, and I had to figure that out. And I've had the point where I didn't have the money to pay for the dog.
Same.
And I want to do my part to make sure no one has to make that decision. because dogs can live longer if you've got the coverage. Sometimes dogs get put down too early, and their life is already short enough. So my job is, I'm taking it as a personal job to expand that and give them the families the coverage, financial coverage they need to be able to make the right decision to extend these dogs' lives. It's a personal challenge of mine, and that would be the biggest thing I've ever accomplished in my life if I could pull that off. And that's what I want more than anything in this world, because dogs have been a major part of my life. And like I said, those who watch me know how much I love my luck, my little luckster, like Lucky out here, right? And so I want to give that gift to others. People who want a dog, I want to point them in the direction where to adopt. I want to get Lucky siblings out to people. Like I want these people put in good homes. These dogs put in good homes. And then I don't want people having to choose between their rent or paying their dog's medical bills and ending their life for it. And that's a big, 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 big goal of mine. And I'm working on that. Let's see. Lakers to Dodgers for Life says, bro, the graphics logos are fire. Love the colors. Yeah, but that's all Chris, bro. I'm telling you, Chris is, when I told you, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal, Magic Johnson were put on this world to play basketball. Chris was put on this world to design graphics to better all of our lives through his art. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm not playing around with that. Did you see that Jovan Buddha reporting how the team ended up starting Rui? I was out all day. I saw nothing today, bro. I'm telling you. Only thing I saw today was logos on bottles. I saw nothing today. I saw nothing, but I'll check it out though. I'll check it out though for sure. Bloodhound, what's going on, my guy? Can we see Lucky? Yeah. Where's he at? Luck Pup. He might be sleeping. But if he comes right here, he's been on here. You've never seen Lucky Bloodhound? He's been on here so many times.
Yeah, he has been.
Yeah, he's been on here so many times. Usually back there, like he's usually like he'll run around the mirror right there. Even when I don't even know he's on the show. One time the other day, Bloodhound, I was up here and he popped up right here. I had my arm like this, and he popped up between my arm and here. And he was like looking at the camera. I didn't even know he was on. And so someone in the chat was like, "There's Lucky. Lucky's been staring at the camera for like 5 minutes." I didn't even realize it. But I don't know if he's laying down. If he pops up over here, I'll put him on. He's usually on at least once a show. Lucky is under the desk chewing cables. Yeah, not tonight, but he's known for that. Those are just cables to chew. Okay, we're catching up to that point where we were talking about Lucky. Okay, there we go. If we are ever to replace Ham in the offseason, which coach should we go after?
Ooh, okay.
I'm legit hoping that Ty Lue gets let go from the Clippers.
Exactly.
Even
why do the Clipper fans hate them? Okay.
Clipper fans hate Ty Lue. Yes. Dallas fans hate Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
Phoenix fans hate Frank Vogel. Yeah. Right. Every team's fan base hates their head coach. This is why I keep telling people the Lakers' displeasure with Darvin Ham is not abnormal, Chris.
It's not abnormal. Yeah.
So you saw my show with my guys at Mavs, right?
Yeah, watch it all the time. Yeah.
Those are people's, but they very much dislike Jason Kidd. But I feel like a lot of Laker fans feel like Jason Kidd would be an upgrade.
Wow. Yeah.
Whereas Dallas feels that Darvin Ham would be an upgrade over Jason Kidd. Crazy, right?
Can we make it switch?
Right? Dinwiddie is a baller. Dinwiddie can be a baller when he's used right. Correct, Brandon. Chris has positive vibes. No hate. Yeah, Chris has no hate in him whatsoever. Chris is damn near borderline hippie-ish. Like he really is. Like he's an artist. Yeah. He's an artist who
that's my parents.
That loves creation. Loves good vibes. But don't
remember this.
Yeah, but don't fuck with him.
Yeah.
So he's also got a quick trigger, right? Because the thing about artists is they're very vibe centric. You mess with their vibes,
and it's over.
Yeah.
I'm done with you.
I've messed with enough artists to know that already, right? Dante says, yes, sir. Got to get drunk before the day begins. Travon James, what's going on, man? He said above the law. Above the law was huge, bro. Above the law was crazy. Credible talent. Credible point in history. I don't think Above the Law gets talked about enough as their contribution to hip hop, especially in that era. I 100% agree with you. Yeah. Bone Thugs, Ruthless. Yeah. So here's one thing about Bone Thugs. So at that time when Bone Thugs came up, I was a massive, still to this day, East 99 Eternal is one of my favorite albums of all time, right? I tell people all the time about the Crossroads. Like, y'all know the remix version of Crossroads. People don't realize that's not the original version. The original version was on the original version of East 99 Eternal, which was the other, even though you gone, you still got love from Bone, Bone, that one. And then when that remix got so big, they flipped it. And when they put out the new pressing, they put that version on the album as Crossroads, even though that's the remix. And then they came up to the remix that had Flesh and Bone on it, which is a third version of it. But the second one was the DJ Unique remix, and the third one had Flesh on it. So it's like the original Crossroads, which was on the original East 99 Eternal, which I have that album. I bought it the day it came out. Is not the Crossroads that everyone knows today. It's a totally different version, totally different beat, totally different everything. I invite everyone at some point tonight, go on YouTube and look up original Crossroads and listen to the original Crossroads, because the Crossroads that you know and love, that you grew up to, is not the Crossroads that was on the original album. It really wasn't. And that was the second version, the DJ Unique remix. And there was a third version that had Flesh on it. So they had the remix to the remix. And I could talk about this all day, but
original Crossroads.
The original Crossroads. Check it out, because they have one. Because even though you gone, you still got love from Bone, Bone. And I'm telling you, that's the original one. And then they came to boom, 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 boom. That remix was fire. It's one of the greatest remixes in hip hop history, but it's a remix. It's not the original song. It's not the original song. So when they met Uncle Charles, y'all, but that ain't original. That ain't the original. Okay. Check it out. And I'm telling people. And there's another song. If I ever put you guys onto original song, it's better. Now, the remix was better than the original. There's no doubt about that. That's why they did that. But what I'm trying to tell y'all about original that was better than the and the one that made the album, listen, I challenge all y'all. When you're going on YouTube and you listen to the original Crossroads, go on YouTube and listen to the original Home by Kanye West. Do yourself a favor. It was John Legend's first song in the background, and Kanye's production, lyrics. It's so soulful. Oh my God, it's so soulful. Kanye Home original. So tonight, y'all got homework over here at Empire Jeff TV, man. Y'all got homework. Check out the original Crossroads and check out the original Kanye West Home. Oh my God, I can hear it in my head right now. I want to. Oh my God, it's so dope. Like the Kanye at that point was so special, and the fact that it was John Legend's first.
Oh yeah,
and it was, oh my God, it's so fire, man. And
it's so dope, man.
Check out those two.
So much knowledge.
I used to listen to the first time. I shout out to my man Hustle, man. I had this mixtape. I had this tape. And we was going to Vegas back then, and we played that song like so many times on the road, the Home one. Oh my God, the original Kanye Home. The one that he did on his album was with the dude from Coldplay. No, not Coldplay. Maroon 5 was it? Do you think about me now and then? Do you think about me now and then?
That one, I love it.
Coming home again. Maybe we can start again. But listen to the original. So two songs. Okay, here we go. Three songs. All right. So 3 songs if someone you've played it for him. Machiavelli, Me and My Girlfriend. Ain't a girl he talking about. Kanye West Home. It's not a girl he's talking about. Eminem Hip Hop. The song Hip Hop is not a girl he's talking about. But you have to listen to the whole song to understand. So it's like bars matter. You know what I mean? And so when you listen to it, I know, again, if someone just found my channel tonight and looked at me, what's this guy talking about? Trust me, I'm a historian like with this. So listen to Kanye West's original Home. Tupac, obviously, but it was Machiavelli, Me and My Girlfriend. He ain't talking about a girl. Kanye West Home, he is not talking about a girl. She said her name's Wendy. She liked to blow trees, and Wendy wasn't a girl. You know what I mean? Listen to the song. And the original version of Home. The other one was Think About Me Now. It was dope. It was good. The original is so much more soulful. Keo said Jeff knows where Tupac is. Here he goes. If the big 3 is just big meat. Yep. So I'm telling you, man. Jeff, you've been to Staples. Oh my God, yes, I have. Here's the funny thing.
Jeff, you've been to Staples
yeah.
and Dodger jail?
Yeah, that's what I said. I've been to Staples jail. I've been to Dodger Stadium jail. I've been to Disneyland jail. I've been to Magic Mountain jail.
Okay, I gotta hear this. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm focused.
So I've been to all of them. Here's the thing. None of it was me. None of it was me or my fault. It was the people I was with. And I've been to Dodger Stadium. Not only has a jail, but you can get sentenced there. A lot of people don't know that. But I don't know about now. But back in the day, you would stay there and go to court in the morning. Like they would have people come visit you at the stadium, at Dodger Stadium. Disneyland has a jail. Magic Mountain, Six Flags, whatever you call it, has a jail. I've been in all of them. None of those visits were my fault, other than picking the wrong people to hang with. But I've been in all of them, every single one of them. Actually, Magic Mountain I've been in twice. The second time was my fault. Well, no, hell no, it wasn't my fault. I don't like clowns. Not just the calling someone a clown. None of us like those type of clowns. I'm talking about painted face. I don't like those MFs. I don't like those. I don't like them. I don't like clowns. Right?
Oh, you're talking about clowns.
Clowns. Yeah. I don't like dudes who are clowns, and I don't like clowns, like at all. And I have my reasons. It's not just like I'm scared. I have my reasons for not liking clowns, and I choose to not disclose it at this time. I don't like clowns with their face painted, and I don't like clowns. I got a reason for it. And I was at Magic Mountain. We were in a maze, and a clown who was dressed up, and they're not supposed to touch you. Dude got a little too aggressive, and I laid him out. Hit him with a 2-piece. He went down, and I got cuffed up.
Damn.
But no, he was doing stuff he shouldn't have been doing, and it wasn't just to me.
Okay.
I got taken. I got it all came out. It was him. It was his fault. Some stuff he was doing stuff he shouldn't have been doing, including touching certain customers, and so I let him out. Hit him with a 2-piece, quick, 1 and done, two and done, too quick. My hands are fast, bro. like too quicker. Took him down, and got snatched up because of it. Because you can't just be hitting park employees, right? But once they sorted it out, they knew why I did it. I didn't just walk in there ready to swing on somebody, but he got aggressive with people ahead of me. I saw it, and then he started getting a little aggressive with people in our party, and put his hands on me. And yeah, once he did that, bro, you know the free pass, Chris, and a man puts their in your chest to a man.
Yeah,
you know what that's like. That's an invitation.
Yeah,
that's an invitation. You don't poke a man in the chest. That's an invitation. You know what I mean? That's an invitation. And I attended the party. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Jeff
he invited me. And I was like, okay. But I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect to land both of them so cleanly.
Wow.
It was boom, boom, and he just went down. Like I was almost surprised that, and he had a match, so it was like, but I didn't expect to land both so cleanly. And but I did, and he went down. I got snatched up. I was there for hours.
Wow.
But that dude was a creep. He got fired. I got let go. Funny story about that night.
Tell him quick story.
Is I drove my car there that night. Didn't remember I drove my car there that night because we left and we went down to, anyone been to Magic Mountain in Santa Clarita, you know that if you leave to eat, you can come back in, right? We rode down to the Wendy's that's down at the bottom of the hill. Then we went to a liquor store. We got little, hydrated. Come back in there. We met a couple people. The girls I actually defended that night was someone like me and my peoples met that night. So we leave and they give us a ride home. I completely forgot I drove there that day. Completely forgot. I leave my car in Magic Mountain, Chris. And the next day I walk outside to drive my car. My car's gone.
Yeah.
Someone jacked me, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, my car. But bro, I was lit that day. I couldn't remember nothing. So I walk out the next day. My car is gone. I call like got to report it stolen, right? My car's gone. Like report my car stolen. And they're like, did you go to Magic Mountain? Like, nah, I didn't go to Magic. Like, well, did you get I ain't went, well, your car was left overnight. I was like, what? I was like, didn't remember I even drove. So my car was never stolen. I left it in the Magic Mountain parking lot and thought my car got stolen the next morning, man. Craziness, bro.
Great story.
What a time to be alive, man. Hit Stick Stepper, what's going on, bro? Start D-Lo. And SD AR off the bench, say less. Yeah, I'm cool with the AR off the bench for sure. Let's see.
Man, I'm gonna give you a story next time I'm on here about my car getting lost.
Oh, that was, I'm telling you, I thought my car got stolen, but I just left it. Katie said Jeff got a collection of bottles on the table last night. I see you, Jeffy. Oh yeah, bro, I did 15 of them last night, man. Last night was I got to bed at 4:30 this morning, man. 4:30 this morning. Yeah. Well, so my wife drank last night too, and I want to make sure that.
Yeah, of course.
It was good. Yeah, I'm lucky. So I'll make sure. When someone drinks a lot, like
I do the same thing, Jeff.
So yeah, make sure they're not gonna. I had a real when I was younger, I had a friend of mine that threw up in his sleep.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, you don't gotta do
bad, right? So I kind of got scarred for life from that. So whenever I have a loved one that drinks, even if they never gave me a reason to worry about it, that stayed in my mind. Yeah, that stayed in my mind. So I always make sure my peoples are good. I'll stay up an extra hour after my peoples, no matter how jacked up I am. I'll stay up.
Yeah, I used to flip people over on their stomach no matter what. Yeah. No matter what.
I've had to, bro. This is a whole different show that y'all used tonight. I'm sorry. I hope y'all enjoying this. But what I'm saying is, do you know what it's like to give CPR to someone who basically just threw up in their mouth? It's fucking horrible, right? But I've had to do it before because they were going to die. Like, you know what I mean? And so it's like, once you've been through that, I had a friend, we were like 22, 23, something like that. And this dude got so trashed. He wasn't a drinker. And you know how that goes when a non-drinker tries to keep up with drinkers, those who drink to get drunk and they know what they're doing versus someone who's trying to keep up with those who do that. It's different. And he tried to keep up and was like, bro, like you ain't built, you're not built like this, bro. You can't do this. And he's just like, nah. You don't know what I'm built like. You don't like, bro, I know. I've seen you after 2 beers be blitzed, bro. Like you're not for this, but he pushed it. And then we went to like do a beer run. I came back and he laid down on someone's back of their car and he like threw up in his sleep and basically choked to death. And they're like his pulse is faint. They're like, we got to give CPR. And I had like, bro, like had to save this dude's life. You know what I mean? And it's like, and I only got it because I literally got trained on it like 2 weeks ago, CPR. Like, right? So I'm like, bro, I went there. I remember this to this day. I took a bottle of water. Right, I poured it, like cleaned out. Like I'm like, oh my god, because you can smell. I'm like, bro, this is terrible. I got to save this dude's life, and he's throwing up all over himself. I'm like, oh god, but you got to do it, right? It's your boy. What are you gonna do? And I'm like, so I went there and I just poured water all over him. Like, I mean, he's already choking. Like, let me clean up the entryway here. And then, so ever since then, I've been very cautious, like of people around me when they're drinking, who don't drink like me, because I could drink. So I'm like making sure they're good. So I'll stay up an extra hour and a half. So that was me last night. I finished what I was doing around 3, stayed up to about 4:30, and then got up at like 8:30 because lucky I had to go outside. So I'm like, damn. 4 hours sleep. Yeah, and here I am. So
it's much respect to you, man.
Let's see. I've been goody. How you been, fam? I hope you're doing good, man. Let's see. Okay, talking to search. Me mind my business. Hector Rivas says, go Lakers. Respect for you, Jeff and Chris. That's what's up, man. Appreciate y'all, man. We got almost 150 people in here on Twitter right now. I'm telling you, Twitter been blowing up on this channel of late, man. So appreciate y'all, man. We got 40 people on YouTube right now. Appreciate y'all. We got over 500 views so far overall. So shout out to y'all, man. Let me rip through them. I'm trying to catch up to y'all real quick. Love the channel. Hey, Hector, appreciate you, man. We love that you love the channel. So thank you. Jeff is my source for Dodgers and Lakers content. Best believe I'll throw you in the bus. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. I can't wait to give you this Dodger content, man. Big baby, what's good, my guy? It's up to you, G. Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you. Great show. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. I'm gonna try to catch up. Let me try to rip and run here. Bro has better shoes than Darvin's pocket. True, man. Chris got shoes for days, man. Sammy the man, what's going on, brother? So what's good? Jeff, good game tonight. Vibe was popping at the game. Good to know. Good to know. So Sammy works at the game, man. So he's always giving me like insight when I'm not at the games. He's always giving me like what it's like to be there. So appreciate you, Sammy, man. Thank you for pulling up. You are greatly appreciated. Rose says, yo, I got invited to the pyramid, and I'm going to tell you, people don't know how tough the players are. I'm going to tell you, the pyramid ain't no joke. The pyramid was no joke. And I'm telling you.
It really isn't. Yeah.
And I coached in the pyramid. And I'm telling you, man, my guy Bibbs went in there and gave them dudes 40. I'm telling you, man, this little half Guatemalan, half El Salvadorian, like dude went in there and gave them 40. And undersized, small, just Mighty Moused it. Straight out Mighty Moused it. Did his thing, man. That's my guy right there, man. And he is made his way well in the world. And he's part of a company that is going to be a sponsor soon on Empire Jeff TV. And let's just say those who are in the sneaker game, sneaker business. Chris, you've seen the hats already. I showed you the hats.
I'm ready. I'm right here. I'm ready to do what I gotta do.
Yeah, I showed you the Otani Dodger, right? That's my guy Bibbs. So he it's funny because a lot of the kids I coach, our community is still so close that we always help and work still with each other, man, because that's what we built, right?
That's what
yeah, so it's still like I'm telling you, it's gonna y'all gonna benefit. The channel's gonna benefit with some of this merch that we're gonna get to the same kid that I'm talking about, which is crazy.
It's like the Wayne's family, how they all kept it.
Mm-hmm. Free Mind says Kawhi went to my old high school in Moreno Valley. That's what's up. So Moreno Valley, shout out to my brother FaZe, man. If y'all know Moreno Valley, y'all know my guy FaZe. If you're from Moreno Valley and you listen to the hip hop scene, you do. FaZe is as nasty as he gets from out there. And that's my guy. That's my guy. And if you're from Moreno Valley, you should know who FaZe is. And that's my brother, man. Certified brother, man. But yeah, Kawhi, FaZe knows Kawhi. And like so. Rose says Jerry Tarkanian with UNLV was top ish as well. Oh my God, yes. So where we would play a lot in Vegas was at the Tarkanian Center in Vegas. When I go out there for tournaments at the Tarkanian Center. And we was talking about that today because some of the food at Palace Station, like the Creole, like pan roast. Oh my God. Okay, now I'm gonna get hungry. I gotta chill. Dante said Denver Lane's tough. Yeah, I'm telling you, Pasadena, the Denver Lanes were the DLs were no joke. So here's the thing. I grew up, I played ball in Arleta / Pacoima, which was, and then you got the Piru Bloods. You got Piru. So I lived in a lot of blood neighborhoods, right? Even though Latino neighborhoods, they always had their pockets of in every like Latino neighborhood, you got a random blood neighborhood. Like it's wild. So you had the Pacoima Piru Bloods mixed with the Denver Lanes, right? So it was like it was really weird. So it's funny because a lot of the guys that came up with were on the blue side. Like a lot of dudes I went to school with, the dudes who were bust in, a lot of them on the blue side, but I lived on the red side. So when it came to my house,
same thing with me.
So when they came to my house on a weekend, they had to make sure that they came color coordinated, right? Me, I'm fine because I'm a different pigment. I can walk in whatever color I want because they're not looking at me like that, right? But my dudes who were the darker pigment, right, came in, they had to be very selective with the colors. So our colors for our high school were blue. So we be coming home for practice in our practice jerseys, games and our game jerseys, our team hoodies. And these dudes had to completely swap up their whole gear to come back to my neighborhood. So it was wild. So the Denver Lanes, and like I said, I had Piru Bloods, which is essentially, and you had that with Bompton, was linked to Piru Bloods. It was basically ran by Suge Knight, my neighborhood. So it was a whole different, it was wild. So my peoples make fun of me all the time, like you the red boy, like the red boy, because my team's around me. So when I had babe, we had one of my guys that got married had to wear, our wedding colors were black, white, red, right? So we had some of my boys that were blue that had to wear red like in the wedding. And he's like, and they threw away the vest as soon as they took them off. They threw them away. And so because my wife picked the color and my people's, because they love us, they went with it, right? But they never wore red. They don't wear red in their lives, but they had to wear it for the wedding. And it was again, it's just weird. It's weird because where we live and the areas, and it was just, it's a whole different thing. Like I said, me, I can get away with it. And my girl looks a mix between like Puerto Rican, Mexican, Asian. She can fit like multiple different profiles. She's like, but so it's like
That's the same thing with my wife. She's like Puerto Rican, black.
yeah. So
Yeah,
it's like, but I'm borderline in the red area, and my peoples all came from blue areas. So I'm talking like most of the dudes who were so a lot of dudes who were busting with me that went to school with me were like from like you had like the Rolling 60s, you had Grape Street, you had all these dudes just like rolled in, bust
man,
in.
did we grow up in the same neighborhood, man? This all sounds
No, we all because they flooded.
right.
Like you get what I'm saying. So it was
Yeah,
like they did. So everyone that was getting bust in was it's crazy, man. It's
man,
just
it sounds like we just grew like next door to each other, man.
oh
But
man,
yeah,
like I said, my grandma's house in Twin was like 20K in 1950. Now it's over 3 billion. Yeah,
yeah,
inflation, man.
inflation, man.
Kawhi should have been a Laker. You know what's funny? Kawhi was so close to being a Laker, y'all. Y'all don't even. I know people think that he hustled us and dragged us along until, but that's not true. It is not true. Kawhi was about to become a Laker, but then the Clippers got desperate, literally, and just emptied the clip to get Paul
Yeah,
George and made it happen. But he was not toying with the Lakers. I'm telling you this. I again, you can believe me or you cannot believe me. I've heard it from people. Like it was, if you've been watching this show, you've heard a little bit of my insight on this. And I'm telling you, Kawhi was comfortable with becoming a Laker. The Clippers just did what he asked and he honored it.
Mhm. Do you think you could give like a quick flashback to what you think would have happened if he became a Laker? Like a quick flashback.
Oh, we would have had multiple chips
Okay.
already had he stayed healthy, right? But what I'm saying is like the Clippers were not. Sam Presti basically called and accepted the deal
Yeah.
and just blew it up, right? But
Yeah.
here's the thing: I will say this because I feel bad for this person. There was a person on Twitter at the time. His name was RMD. What's his name? RMD Renby, whatever it was. And this dude was breaking stuff left and right that summer. And then people started. This is why I will never get a news breaking. But he was breaking stuff left and right. RMD Ambition or something like that. And he was breaking stuff left and right. And he had that Kawhi story down.
Oh, okay.
And he reported that he's told the Clippers no, he's going to be a Laker within 48 hours.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. This dude was not wrong. He's getting labeled as wrong because it didn't happen. Mm-hmm. But we are only as good as the information we have at the time, and people have the right to change their minds. But next thing I'm going to tell y'all is, well, I'm not going to tell y'all. I'm going to leave it to your imagination. But I'm going to tell y'all this real quick, is if y'all know who that dude was, he's hiding behind a name on Twitter like he's just a random somebody. If y'all know who that dude was, you would lose your mind. All right? That almost happened. And he was 100% accurate on it. The problem is situations changed, so the outcome changed. And people called him a clown every time he posts. But I'm going to tell you this right now. That dude was right. He was right. And if y'all know who that person was, you'd be like, oh, but some of these people can't put their name behind it. They gotta. That dude was on point, and he had information that no one, that the Woj didn't have, Shams didn't have, and he was right. He was right. But Kawhi changed his mind. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up over here.
Yeah. Sure, you got me all sure.
Yeah, telling you, man. I was like, oh. He said, just found you guys the first time. Shout out Kirk. Like, Kirk be crazy, man. Is that Warren Jeff? Don't do it. Lord Zach Levine. No, God, no. Sunday as well. This is God's plan. Y'all don't block your blessings. No, I appreciate you, man. Trying to catch up here, yo. Trying to catch up here. Big search. You was asleep the day Jeff went at 3-4 in the morning. You was asleep. Time out. Yeah. Well, I don't blame search. That wasn't planned. Y'all hustled me that night in the chat.
What a morning, I want to say.
Yeah, that was God.
Hey Jeff, you did your thing though. Don't forget.
You did your thing, man. I appreciate it. Ran to the best open talk. Like listened to a couple of radio heads. Just sub. Thanks, fellas. Very, very into. Hey, thank you, man. And like I said, that's what I try to bring. I'm kind of a radio minded guy. You know what I mean? And people always tell me I have the voice for radio, but I like to think the fact that I have the mind for radio, like the content for radio. But this is thank you for subbing. Thank you for finding us and trusting us enough to sub up. So we appreciate you. Appreciate everyone who subbed too as well. Like I said, tonight's show is a little different than usual. We went a little like just kind of free flow. There wasn't really a plan tonight. So appreciate y'all for rocking with it. You know what I mean?
And I got the face for radio. So
facing me too, right? So let's see. Chris should start a channel. Chris should start a channel. Chris is going to start a channel. I'm telling you, we got some ideas for Chris. PJ. Okay, here we go. So Bridges, I don't know if I've talked about this for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna assume you got this from me. I'm gonna assume you're putting 2 to 2 together yourself. I will tell you, I'm very comfortable with speaking on Paul George. From an inside perspective, I'm very comfortable. I will say Paul George wants to remain a Clipper. Paul George would prefer to remain a Clipper, but Paul George is not as willing as Kawhi to come off that max contract yet, because he feels he's carried them when Kawhi was out, and he feels he's still worthy of the max. His injuries have not been as big as Kawhi's. If the Clippers do not meet him at that max level, then Indiana or Philadelphia are a legitimate threat for him to go to in this offseason. And I will say this 10 times. Keep an eye on Indy. 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 10 times. I've told you guys this before. I'm saying it again now. I'm not pulling this out of my own head. I'm not. And that's why I'm going to leave it at. Let's see. You said enough, Jeff. I don't know what portion we were saying this at, because this is probably a little bit behind. So appreciate you. I want Kawhi to request a trade. That's not going to happen. Let's see. All of the reasons any of us exist. All of you, the reason any of us exist. That's a fact. All of you guys are the reason we exist. Fact. Kawhi should leave the Clippers and join the Lakers. Again, that's not going to happen here. I love the fact that y'all go in, but still got love. That's what it's about, fam. Yeah, facts. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So we all here for, man. That's what we all here for, man. We love what we do. We love what we cover. We love the people we cover it with. Whenever the Lakers lose, I just ask random questions. Yeah, JSJ, you know for that. Let's see. Trying to catch up. They talking to each other. Me and my business. Shot with rubber bullets. That's not as bad as Malice in the Palace. I've been shot with, not shot at, but he hit with rubber bullets multiple times.
Jeff,
we hurt, bro. They hurt.
We need a life story from Jeff.
I've been shot by rubber bullets and ran over with police, like motorcycle and bikes, like my foot. Like, so I was out there. I didn't even realize what I was going to. At the honestly, I don't even know if it was Republican or Democratic convention. I just heard Staples Center. I was like, I'm down. And we go out there. This was in 2004. Yeah, it was bad. Manal was out there, bro, performing live.
Oh my God.
That's why the people I went with wanted to go, right?
Yeah. I
just heard Staples Center. I was like, there's no game. Let's go, right? We get there and it was just a mess, bro. I want to say it was a Democratic convention. I want to say
possible, yeah.
Or Republican. I don't think it would have been a Republican out here. Democratic convention out in LA in 2004, and I got shot with rubber bullets and ran over. And look, this is the fun, bro. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm not kidding when I say this. You could be shot. You could be stabbed. You could be. I've been cut. I've been shot. When you get kicked by a horse, bro, let me tell you, the thrust, the power that comes from that is next level. I got kicked by a police horse after getting shot by a rubber bullet. It was wild, bro. I was jacked up. No kidding. Police horses? Oh my God. Chris, what them yellow sneakers in the back? What are those yellow sneakers in the back, Chris? Did you pull those out already?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you did pull those out. Yeah, we're behind those, right? Let's see. Dot went from 1 second. Kate, I'll go kill people, man. Jeff took an hour to answer that question. What question? I feel like I've answered everything. Let's see. Chris, do you have the reverse Grinches too?
No, not yet. They're coming up.
You don't got the reverse Grinches, but he created merch for the reverse Grinch this December, though. He created merch for it.
That was one of my greatest.
Yeah, fire. Oh, yeah. Kendrick definitely has something cooked up for sure.
You know, I have not kept up with the Kendrick stuff, and everybody's talking about it.
Kendrick is D-Town ain't playing. No, yeah, Kendrick is ridiculous. So J. Cole is a legit lyricist. That's a fact.
Yeah.
I rock with him. I think he can put up a fight, but to be honest, I think Kendrick was more so talking about Drake than Cole. Well, here's the thing. Cole was the one who said the big three, but I think I'm Muhammad Ali. So Cole, I wanted when he touched on that big three, that was a Cole reference. So I think Kendrick demolishes both of them, in my opinion. But I'm telling y'all, man, I think because his lack of releasing, I think people feel like, but I think Kendrick is like, okay, this is his first post TDE. Like, I think he's looking forward to this. I don't think that was the diss record. I think that was the bait for the diss record. If these two respond, I think Kendrick's gonna just blast them, man. I think he's gonna blast them, man. X was super hood, bro. Super hood. He would walk on any block. X was that for real. Yeah, I'm telling you, when you're from Yonkers, Dante, you know what it is. You're on that side of the world. The dudes from Yonkers is different, bro. They different. Dudes from Yonkers are different, bro. Like they're just not the same. I would choose Zach Levine over Kern Drake. Oh my god, unrelated, but my boy Otani beating the case 100%. Oh, for hepatitis C later. What's up? Yeah, so I checked on that immediately. Everything I've heard is Otani has absolutely nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. DMX and Nas, one of my favorite. Oh, Nas, man. Nas is just nuts. Love the Bronx Tale. Shout out to your boy. He was good in Veronica Mars. Oh, So I think the funny thing is I never watched Veronica Mars, right? He would tell me, watch it. But he got more money than anything he's ever did off Veronica Mars. He blew up as Weevil on Veronica Mars. So shout out to you for pointing that out. I was on that set. I was there. But it was like he blew up on Veronica Mars. And it's like funny because it's not his best work, but he blew up on Veronica Mars. So it was he had that for a big point of his career. And he made, like I said, he made a lot of money on Veronica Mars, especially when they came back with that movie. So shout out to you for recognizing that. But he was huge in A Bronx Tale. And then the dude that the older version of him who ended up being in Sopranos and then freaking going to jail for murdering an off-duty cop in a robbery. It was a whole big mess, man. But now he's back. Now they just did that commercial again with him and Terrell Hicks for the Bronx Tale of her reaching over for the lock. That was dope. Donald Gaines book or something. Yeah, that's it. Never Die Alone is what it was. And that movie was the car he had when we were on the freeway that it broke down. We don't have room to hang BS. Yeah, facts. For everyone going through a tough time. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up to all the best I can here, man. Jeff and Chris, what advice do you have for people going through tough times? I think the best advice for anyone going through tough times is just be tough through tough times, right? Because it's tough times to me ain't nothing but a test. Everyone goes through tough times. It's not just singular to yourself or to your people or your friends. We're all tested. This ain't even a faith thing. I'm not even talking on a holy level. I'm just saying like this. Like, I think anything you do is tough. Like if you work out and you get on a treadmill, you got to push harder. If you go to work and a project is tough, you got to work harder. If you everything is about being better when being better is being required, right? So to me, whenever I come across the tough times, and I have my tough times as much as anyone else, when I am encountered with a tough time, I tend to slow down a little bit and process what it takes to get through it. Because the thing about a tough time is, the key word is time. And when you could weather the storm and get through the time, then usually there's a reward on the other end if you get through a tough time. So to me, anytime something's tough, I feel it's there. I'm in my professional life, I'm known as the guy who thrives in chaos. I thrive in chaos. So whenever there's a storm, or whenever the people are freaking out, or wherever things are falling from the sky and everyone's thinking it's over, that's when I'm at my best. And not saying that's advised, not saying you should strive for that. But almost, if I've worked at places where things are too perfect and I don't like it, I've left because there's nothing to fix here. So like me, I kind of like tough. I kind of like broken. I kind of like, we have this, but it should be this. How do we get there? That's me. Like that's me at my core. Is taking something that's broken or taking something that's nothing and fixing it or making it something. So when times are tough, whether it be professional, whether it be personal, whether it just be bad luck, whether it be based off a bad decision, whatever it is, tough is part of life. And how you react and how you show yourself in a tough situation, I feel is truly who you are. So I will say is how you get through tough is just being tougher. Show them who you are, how you can get through it. Don't blame everyone under the sun for being tough. Just think of the result and push through it. We all go through tough. Even people who you think haven't made go through tough. Even people who you think have a perfect life go through tough. They do. I promise you this. I've been around people who have more money than you can count. And they've got some tough times.
I feel the exact same way.
Everyone goes through tough.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone. It's part of life.
You can say in our little situation, Jeff, we have a little project that, I don't want to say little, but we have a project and we just had to get through it. And when you do your best under pressure, it just shows you that you can do anything under any type of pressure. So it's more of you showing yourself what you can do under any type of pressure. So if another person is going to challenge you, does that mean you're just going to quit or not even start the project? No. What you want to do is show that person or those people or that group that you can do it and exceed at it. And so that's how I think of it. I always think of it as a sport. So that's how I always break things down, as a sport. So right now, Jeff and I have a little thing. I keep saying little, but it's not little. It could be a huge thing. But what I do is break it down in pieces. So what I do is break it down, and we're going to start here. We're going to build this little thing, and then we're going to keep building and building and building. And what I do is give not 100%. And you can say all you could do is give 100% as a person. I say no. Because I can stay up another 2 hours and do a little bit more than the next person that's maybe, in your challenging you. So what I try to do is a little bit more than I would think the next person would do. So then it just builds you more and more and more. And then you end up winning. So you end up winning if you have the guts and the fortitude to just get through that tough part where it's like, I got to do this, I got to do that. If you get through that, you're going to be a winner.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I think people get it twisted when you say 100%, right? So you can give like what you feel is 120%, and once you cross through that, you can take it down to like 60 or 70, right? So you can lower, so you can push past 100, I believe, because 100, I think people think is that's your max. You could push past your max because then you could have times where you don't come close to your max, right? So I agree with that 100%. When you're challenged and you're determined, like you can take yourself to levels you didn't imagine possible. Bloodhound says it's incredible, noble what you're trying to do. We lost our family cat 2.5 years, and I think about mention him every day. Your pet's really. Hey, I'm sorry, Bloodhound. Yeah. And thank you for that. And again, it's why I'm doing that. It's why I'm doing that, because I've lost a lot of pets in my in my day, and it's brutal. It hurts. I've lost a lot of people in my days. I've lost a lot of loved ones, friends, family members. people I was extremely close to. I've had a lot. I've had a lot of loss in my life, right? And not that I don't feel the loss of loved ones, because I do to this day. But losing a pet, I can't explain it. Maybe because they really can't for themselves. Maybe because the love is so genuine. Maybe because there's no drama, there's no judgment, there's no hate. Um, Losing a pet, in some cases in my life, has scarred me more than losing a person. And it's really odd to say that to someone who hasn't gone through that and understand it. But pet loss, and I think the proper word, pet grieving, is something that I think a lot of people don't understand until they go through it. You can have people who had a dog for 10 years, but that dog was outside. And it's why they feel it when they're gone, because it's just that dog isn't there. But it's not the same as that dog you take everywhere with you, the dog that is inside with you, sleeps in the same room as you, the same bed as you with some people. So it's like a pet loss is because they fill a void in your life that almost a human can't. You fill a void in their life that no one can. And when they're gone, especially at the end, um, it's a pain that I don't think anyone understands until they go through that level of it. And so I always feel like you can tell when you come across someone who's lost a pet um, that affected them on that same level. You could tell they damn near almost start crying out of nowhere, and they could have lost that pet 10 years ago. I've seen someone that I talked to who lost a dog like 12 years ago, and they just fell apart. That was 12 years ago. I think humans, you move on and you adjust and it's not. But a pet, and no, you could lose a parent, you probably never move on from that. That's not what I'm saying. So I want to correct that real quick. What I'm saying is, like, but I've seen people who've lost a pet and they always say it was worse than they've lost a parent, they've lost a sibling, and they're just like, this hurt more. And you can't wrap your mind around it. You can't, because how do you? It's a sibling. Like, how do you? But they weren't as close to the sibling as they were to the dog. Like, it's not for everyone to understand, and I understand that, but it's not a joke either to like someone. It's just like, I've been part of companies and I see someone who lost a dog they had for 14 years. Like, it's just a dog, come to work. I'm like, bro, like, you have no clue what they're going through, no clue. And especially when you have one that makes it like 14, 15, 16 years. It's tough, man. And I think it's important to bring recognition to that and notice of that, and put people in position where they don't have to side over money. And that's what I'm chasing. Like, if it's a surgery that costs $5,000 to save your pet, and you got to choose between rent or a couple months rent or saving your pet, that's a decision I don't want anyone to have to go through. And that's what I'm striving for. I don't want anyone to have to put a pet down and be like, I could have saved them, but I didn't have the money. And that's what my crusade is about. That's what I'm about. Is I want to make sure that people that a pet or a creature that brings so much joy to someone's life isn't sacrificed over money. And that's what I want to bring to the table. And that's what I'm going. It's not a goal. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to bring that to the table. That's gonna happen. That's more important to me than anything I can achieve, is that. Absolutely, man. East 99, St. Clair. Yeah. Right. They told me this St. Clair. Yeah, facts, man. That's my album, man. I like the Tupac and Bone Thugs Busy Bone one off of Thug Love. Yeah, he's alive. Everyone thought he was saying, but he was really saying Cleveland. Yeah, man. That's home at the leaving late last evening. Put in some No longer breathing. Yeah. Pac took a different approach on Thug Love than Big took on Notorious Thugs. Pac switched it up and slowed it down and didn't go at Bone's pace. Where Big was like, armed and dangerous. Ain't too many can hang with us. Straight up, we notorious. Like, or label us notorious. Thug us that known to bust. Man, Big went and took Bone's style and murdered him.
Yeah.
And Pac was like, caught it playing up to Cleveland late last evening. Yeah, that was like, he slowed it down. And I love Pac. But Big took that challenge a little bit more serious when it came to Bone, man. Fremont said Jeff needs to do a tier list on best hip hop albums. Sound like you know about music. Oh, I do know. So a tier, yeah. So for me, my favorite album of all time is Blueprint 1. Like, to me, that is dropped on 9/11.
Wow, I don't know.
Blueprint dropped on 9/11, and I had it the night before it came out. And because, it was Napster or LimeWire or whatever at the time, right?
Probably, yeah.
I had it the night before, and I'll tell you this. There's a 3-track run on that album. There was nothing like listening to the Heart of the City when you're watching the Twin Towers fall on 9/11.
Oh, man.
It was nothing like it. And when you're listening to, obviously, shout out to Fabulous too. His album dropped that day too. Ghetto Fabulous. Like, I can't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't want to mess with me. At the yeah. The 3-track run. My favorite Jay-Z song of all time is Never Change.
Oh,
so you
really?
had Heart of the City, Never Change, and Song Cry on a 3-track run. Those 3 tracks remind me of a time I never want to forget and forget at the same time. Because you got Heart of the City. You have Never Changed, which took me back to my hustling days. And knowing I was heading to nowhere if I didn't get my life right. Out hustling, same clothes for days. I'll never change. I'm too stuck in my ways. Now, who like Hope? Like
that was my favorite.
Yeah, Never Change. Never change.
Every time I would wake up.
Kanye and the Hook. That's Kanye's first out hustling, same clothes for days. I'll never change. I'm too stuck in my ways. Like, so you had that.
Every time I would wake up the next morning in the same clothes, I would think of that line.
So you have that. And then a song crying that sample. I was just effing those girls. I was gonna get right back. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like that 3-track run, Chris. Listen to those 3 songs in a row. Listen to anyone listen to those 3 songs in a row. Ain't no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love. Yeah, first the Fat Boys break up. Then every day I wake up, somebody got a problem with home. Like, man,
that was my
3-track run.
Yep.
I challenge you to find a better 3-track run. Take you to 3 different emotions on an album than Blueprint 1. From Heart of the City, Never Change, the Song Cry. Like, and that's how I was like. But the funny part is, my favorite Jay-Z album of all time, but my favorite intro of all time isn't on that album, because The Ruler's Back was dope, but the Dynasty intro was still my favorite intro of all time. But The Ruler's Back was dope. And a little side note is, on my sign off for every show, when I think y'all can be anywhere in the world, but you hear at me, I appreciate that. Is a tribute to Blueprint 1, my favorite album of all time. So when I say that at the end of every show, that's from BP1, my favorite album of all time. So, man, I listen to that album almost every day at some point in my life, whether I'm driving to work, driving home from work, at work, before I do a show to psych me, like while y'all are listening to my intro, I'm listening to like I don't listen to my intro. I know when to come in, but I'm listening to something else, right? So it's that man.
Oh, that's cool, because that hypes you up. That gets you ready for your show.
Yeah, it does. It locks me in. So yeah, Pac me and my girlfriend is a gun. There you go. See, that's what it is. He ain't talking about a girl. He's talking about a gun. I love finger you. But yeah, that's he's talking about a gun. Kanye home. He's talking about Chicago. He's not talking about a chick. Eminem song. At the end, you think he's talking about an ex-girlfriend. The whole time he's talking about hip hop. And that's what I'm saying. These songs, they write it about a loved one because they're so passionate about it, but they're actually talking about something else. Sweet tooth, deaf looking for that's why I smoke. There you go. Try too much. See, Uncle Dennis too with Kawhi. Yeah, facts. RD Ambition. I remember that dude. Yeah, he was right, Kurt. He was right. I'm telling you right now, he got flayed, but he was right. The rumor was he was the son of someone in the Lakers front office. He's a somebody. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Just popped in. How y'all doing tonight? What's up, Angel? Thanks for pulling up, brother. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you guys giving us long-term answers today. Always fun to hear. Yeah, I appreciate it. We on almost 4 hours tonight, man. This is crazy. Scott Hall quote is solid for this. Hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. Facts. Yeah, that's facts. That's perfect. Yeah, great quote. I agree. Same here about the pain of losing a pet. Yeah, I can tell you, it is a absolute goal of mine, and I will accomplish this. I promise you, of making this easier for people. I promise you. Bloodhound said, "You're reading my mind, Jeff. It was really hard. They love you unconditionally. You feel that true love." It was like, yeah, bro. Like, I get emotional just thinking about what my life is gonna be like without Lucky. Like, I get emotional already. And he's here. You know what I mean? So it's my wife does. My wife tells me all the time, like, you have to bury two of us when he goes. like she's so in love with this dude. Like, she says all the time, I'm not gonna be able to let him go, you know. And it's I've been doing enough and enough times to know, and I know how to get through it. It's never easy. There is no you don't forget it. You still feel the pain. But that's why I say we know they're limited. We know their time is limited. But we know the life we can give them to make them feel like they had an eternity, and that's our job. And they have Lucky has, trust me, Lucky has a better life than most humans I know. Like I'm gonna be at peace with that, because we took him out before he was thrown in. That breed is thrown into medical testing and labs, and Lucky's straight out the Ozarks. Like, we got him out the Ozarks, like right before he was about to be thrown into medical testing, right? I paid a lot of money to make sure he never went through that. Flew him out here, picked him up at the airport. He was petrified, right? He was this big. Like, and now this dude is out here living his best life. This house is his. It ain't even mine. Like, you know what I mean? And it's always been my goal to, because all the dogs I had as a kid, as I was a kid, it was up to my parents to provide that life. So it's always been important to me. My sister always, because she's a pastor, my sister's always been about adoption and providing life for humans that didn't have a chance in life, which is incredible. Mine has always been about providing lives for animals that didn't have a chance. I'd go and get dogs out of kennels or the pound and I'd spend the time to find a family to make sure they never got put down. I checked with the animal shelters and checked with put down times. And when a dog was about to be put down, I figured a way to get him out of that. Like, I've done a lot of work in that realm, because killing a dog just because there's nowhere for him is unacceptable to me. It's unacceptable to me, and it always will be. Love the show, says Big Up Empire Jeff, going deep in depth. Hey, appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. Kurt says, you're at the end. Thanks, Jeff. Chris, you guys are the best. Yeah, we definitely at the end. Yeah. Like, what's the news about RD Ambition, Jeff? I feel like I heard that name before. I can't say. I wish I could, but I'd be betraying confidence. So I can't say. All I'm going to say is, I think I said something earlier, and I used a term that might not have been true, so I got to correct that. The proper word is that they knew what they were talking about. I
Okay.
said he.
Okay.
I said something else before. I stand corrected. I caught myself right now. They know what they were talking about
Okay.
because they do, and they did. The problem was the situation changed, and they got shamed for it, which sucks because that happens sometimes. That's why I'll never be a newsbreaker, never, because all it takes is one time to be wrong, and people act like you've been wrong forever. Bloodhound says, providing a voice for animals who can't speak. Jeff, you're doing amazing work. I'm tearing up. Hey, thank you. Thank you. I'm telling you, if I would much rather be known for that than anything else I do. I'm dead serious. I am dead serious. And I didn't mean to go. Tonight was a different show. I told you out the jump. Tonight was going to be a different show. And I'm kind of happy it was a different show. I feel like you guys got a different vibe tonight. You know?
Yeah.
Pitbulls are parolees. Yeah, man. Hey, AJ, thank you, man. Cool peoples. I appreciate y'all though. But at that point, man, speaking of talking lucky all this time, man, I gotta make sure I let him out before he disgraces the house, right? So I'm gonna go and shut it down. Chris, you got anything you want to touch on before we get out of here?
Oh man, it's all love to your chat, love to you and your channel. Because I'll keep going on if you just give me the space. But hey, love to you. And basically love to your life, man. It's amazing hearing these stories. It just like sucks me in, and I want to hear more. So yeah, but thank you to you and the whole chat.
Oh, appreciate it. And thank you for tuning in. I needed some help tonight because I told you I was a little I feel like I've come down a little bit, but I was a little turned up earlier. So I appreciate you.
I'm still ready to go some more.
Yeah. No, I get you. I just got some stuff I gotta take care of. But no, it was great. Tonight was fun. Like I said, the pet thing, and we're gonna touch on probably a lot soon. I'm gonna have another little like avenue for that. But I appreciate y'all letting me kind of get out of pocket tonight and letting me kind of, we was talking music, we was talking stories, we was talking some like history of life stuff, some like the pet stuff, and we didn't touch on a ton of Lakers stuff tonight, so I apologize for that. But I do thank you guys for tuning in as long as y'all did. Like I said, y'all stuck for a while, so I appreciate y'all. I need to get kicked by another horse. I did get kicked by a horse. That hurts.
Damn.
But yeah, so thank y'all for letting me kind of go off the path today and not bailing on me. Y'all stuck around. So appreciate y'all. Chris, thank you. Yeah, he's doing the Kobe too. But I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down for the night, man. I gotta get up. I gotta get up in like 5 hours. So
I know, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go lay it down. And but I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all letting me do a little something different tonight. And like I said, y'all sticking with me. Thank you, Chris, for pulling up. I greatly appreciate you.
Jeff and I are gonna go have another shot, and we're going to bed.
So y'all have a good night. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We appreciate that. Y'all have a good safe rest of y'all night. You have a good day tomorrow. I'll catch you some point tomorrow. And let's get ready for Dodger baseball this week, y'all. And Lakers. So y'all have a good night. Y'all stay safe. And go Lakers, go Dodgers. And let's now that I know how many of y'all care about animals, man, I mean, y'all gonna help me build this together. So we're gonna be in this together. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night, man. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Oh, we're gonna build this.